Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', man? Make sure you hit that like button on the way in the building. Yeah. King Pill. He's snapping back at Adam, right? Adam done, trying to run this narrative on him that he's sweet, right? Adam is trying to run this narrative on King Pill as if he's sweet. And Adam got things inside his closet. Adam got things inside his closet. And that's about to resuscitate it. They about to bring that back. People talked about Adam allegedly messing with underage girls, right? And now that he's going at King Pill got people paying attention to his clapback. So he about to run his narrative now. When you throw those darts and you try to make it a mission for them darts to hit the target, you gotta understand that somebody else got a mission as well to throw some darts. And they got a right to. Literally. Now y'all had a discrepancy, right? And y'all wasn't seeing eye to eye. The vibe was over. Y'all fell apart. But Adam started going on a campaign to assassinate that man's character. And that right there, anybody is going to clap back. Anybody is going to clap back when it comes to their character. And King Pill saying Adam allegedly messing with them youngins. And he getting louder. Yeah. He getting louder with it now. We also going to talk about Wack 100 and the lies. Wack went on Vlad today. And probably the other week, but the video just dropped, right? And he's lying again. The same old Wack. Always lying, right? We're going to talk about that. And the rapper Cash Out. The rapper Cash Out turned down the 25-year plea deal, and he got life. Got life in the clink out there pimping them women. And he's trying to justify pimping the women. Come on now. He's trying to justify pimping women. Saying I didn't force them to do anything. They came willingly. As if it was legal to pimp women. Come on now. At one point, life was good for him. Had a hit record. Spinning around the world. Traveling the country. But you know how they say the industry go. People sign their life away and then they end up broke. Yeah. Not planning for the next move. He had to resort to pimping women. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and share this live. Smash the like button on the way in the door. Yeah, he had to resort to pimping women. And it didn't go too good for him, if we just being real. It didn't go in his favor. It's certain things in life that's really not worth it. You know, come on now. We know right from wrong. We all know as an adult. But people always trying to cheat. And then they're trying to cheat publicly as if you can beat the system that was designed to get you caught up. Come on, man. You can't beat a system that was designed to catch you up publicly. This is what the design is for. And when you get addicted to certain things, you don't just know how to just give them up. Yeah. Dude was pimping women and really expected not to get caught. You dealing with human beings. Everybody turns against you when they get real. When they start picking people up, grabbing people that was involved, what you think they gonna do? Stand tall with you? They was only there with you because the benefit of making some money, they had bad judgment. They was in need. But the boy played himself, had a hit record, and played himself. Resulted to being a pimp after being in the music industry and reaching people all over the world. You couldn't pick nothing else to do? That was the only thing you felt that was gonna elevate you? Come on, man. He was abusing the women. Straight up. If you pimping, you abusing women. Straight up. Yeah, I don't care what nobody said. Because you're using them to use their body to make money for you. Come on, man. That shit's goofy. You're using them to sell their body to make money for you. Come on, man. That's forcing somebody to do something. Yeah. If you pimping, you putting them out there. It wasn't like he was in a relationship. Nah, he was getting these women and he was putting them on the front line. As if he wasn't going to get caught putting these women on the front line to sell themselves to random people. Like, come on now. And then you're known. You came to become a well-known celebrity and you thought that was just going to go under the radar? You thought that nobody was going to pick this up? Come on, man. Goofy shit. You know? And he learned his fate today. You know? We're going to go over that in a second. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button too. And share this live. Yeah. You know, some people gotta learn the hard way. We don't know anybody in the world that is a successful pimp and just pimping and nobody's stepping in. Come on, man. They gonna lock you up. You violating other people. You're organizing something with a bunch of people that we all know is illegal. Like, come on, man. Goofy shit. But he learned the hard way on this one. And the judge ain't had no mercy. Life sentence. And we gonna go over that. The judge had no mercy. Life sentence. Life. Elbow. Elbow now. Come on. Elbow. But hey, that's the path he chose. I don't feel sorry for him. Not at all. We all got choices. You was put in a position to elevate your life. Even if your music career didn't go where you wanted it to go, your face card alone, your name alone should have put you in a position to think different and elevate. But that's not what you wanted to do. You probably was running around getting lit all the time. You know, these guys, they want to get lit. They want to feel it. They want to get on. And they ain't planning for the fall. Until the fall comes, this is when they start making irrational decisions. This is when they want to do things illegal, thinking that I'm going to get away with this, I'm going to live. And then you using other people to sell their body parts to fund your living. Come on, man. Straight goofy. Man, let's listen to what Wack had to say first. We're going to get into Wack and hear what Wack had to say first. You know, make sure y'all smash the like button and share this live. You know, I appreciate all y'all.
On live. What made you think it was Wacko that told him that though?
Because nigga, his statement in the motherfucking his statement there, nigga. Why would you?
No accident. Vlad, you're a man with a wallet, right?
Yes.
Okay. You kind of understand the wear of a wallet, right?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Look at the wear of that wallet.
There is an actual imprint. How are we gonna?
Oh, right here, you gonna toss it back, Vlad?
There we go.
Listen.
So show to the camera.
Listen.
So
Wack.
this is the wear of the wallet. Listen, right. Now what I did was this.
He tell a different story every
right?
time.
I did this. Now if I remove the bottom finger, it clearly says brother, right? It is called a friends and family badge. It doesn't have a badge number. I've been having this thing like 6-7 years. Brother, do you know?
So now he had it 6-7 years. But it was 5 years that he had the badge when he first started talking about it. Yeah, it was only 5 years. About 5 years. How long ago did you graduate? It's about 5 years, right, baby girl? Now it's 6 or 7. But it's a whole bunch of lies that he's saying. When you say one lie, you know, you usually tend to forget it, especially when you're a liar. You know, lies are really hard to remember because you just come off the top of your head and you just say them. It's a lie. They're usually real hard to remember. You're just thinking as you go. You're trying to say something that you think that people want to hear.
What this thing has done for me?
So when you get pulled over, you can pull this out, and they'll say,
When I
okay.
get pulled over, which is what you do. That's why you keep your license and everything in here. You go, when you go to get your license, they'll see it. And they usually say 95% of the time, hey, slow it down, have a nice day. I'm gonna tell you why. They give them, I think it's like 10 of them, officer's brother, officer's wife, sister, son, daughter, whatever, right? That's why, like, mine would have said officer's wife at the bottom, red flag. Now they're gonna ask you where you got it from, right? So
He said they giving out like 10 of them. They giving out 10 of them at a time. Here, just give these to everybody. You know, here, you take one, you take one, you take one, and you take one. Just everybody just take one of these and y'all good. Make sure you hit the like button too if you just came in the building. And smash the subscribe button. Share this live.
right, so
Well, you could say you're violating your trans rights. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
How dare you say I'm not
That might
an
would've
officer's wife just because I have facial
So-
hair?
So what it was, I don't think nothing like everybody around me knows I have it. So if I'm paying for something, I don't hide it. It's just friends and family. Actually, my daughter's best friend, her father is a retired CHP motorcycle cop. But
Now he's a motorcycle cop. But 1 minute you said the man was highway patrol. He's a motorcycle cop now, retired, highway patrol. And, you know, Wack makes it seem like what kind of cop prepares themselves to meet someone that they never met before and say, here, I want you to take this badge, right? Because you might need this in the future. And I'm going to put you on the list as a brother. Come on, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button.
he's from the streets. So I think they might have been in a separation, him and the wife. So I never kind of had met him. So, but she would travel with us. I mean, when I tell you travel with us, she in London, Europe. We go to New York for a couple weeks. She's with us, right? So I guess she went home and told her dad, like, Dad, yeah, whenever we travel, like wherever they're first class, he sits me first class. When his daughter goes shopping, he lets me shop. He treats me like I'm his daughter. So it was was it prom? Yeah, prom. It was prom. So at prom, they did it in my backyard. So he shows up. And he says, brother, I know we haven't really met, but my daughter tells me that how you look out for her and things like that. He said, I got something for you. I'm retired. CHP on the bike. He said, I come from out of, I believe, like somewhere in Inglewood, gang in Inglewood. So it was in a little bag and shit. I'm like, what's this? He's like, so why to put all your credentials in there? You're registered as my brother. He said, they usually won't ask you who your brother is. They'll see.
So if you listen to that, right? So this guy you never met before, he meets you and then say, here goes this badge and you're registered as my brother. How does he even know your name? He never met you before. Huh? How does he even know who you are, right? He's never met you before, but he hands you a badge and then tells you you're registered as my brother, but he don't know your name. Hold up. Man, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button.
You and they'll respect it because they want every other officer to respect it. So, you know, if you get pulled over speed and checkpoint, I ain't gonna lie, before I start eating meat, Chick-fil-A give you 50% off.
Okay.
That's a fact. I don't know if they knew what it was. I think when I used to open to get my card, they would see it. They'd be like, oh, 50% off. I mean, I wouldn't go debate with them. So I definitely took that. And I really didn't pay it any attention until one day I was in that damn Hellcat moving. I was doing like 28, 30 over. And I looked, I said, oh shit, this is damn near reckless driving, right? So he pulled me over and I gave him my registration and insurance. And I went in my pocket to get when I opened it up, he said, oh, you friends and family? I said, yeah, my brother. He like, all right, just slow it down, you can go. So at that point, man, I done got out about 10 tickets. You know what that would have did to my insurance?
Oh yeah, skyrocket.
But see, here goes the thing, Vlad. I understand the streets, right? And I keep telling people this. Don't mistake me for the street guy.
Now, he just was on Adam, No Jumper, this week, saying that I'm a street guy, right? Yeah, us street guys. When he was trying to line the boy up to get him comfortable in the hot seat, you know how he do. When he was trying to line the boy up to get him comfortable in that hot seat at No Jumper, he said, you know, us street guys. It was all about us being street guys. Yeah, it's all about the street guys, right? Now, you know, on Vlad, don't mistaken me for the street guy. Man, smash that like button. You just came in the building. Smash the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel.
Just come from it so I understand it. You get what I'm saying? I'm never anywhere reeking of marijuana. I don't speak any Ebonics, right? I'm not riddled everywhere with tattoos, right? I don't fall into the politics of what people telling somebody what they can and can't do. Now, the funny part about it is the black biker gangs, motorcycle clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be in one.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Hoover D. Fathers, Hoover. We started just pounding together. I still have a Harley to this day. 8 out of 10 black biker clubs. You know what they have in them? Police. Now, here's the difference.
Not the 1%ers, though.
No. Yeah, I don't yet.
Yeah.
We talking about the black biker clubs.
Well, but there's 1%er biker clubs.
Probably not a bunch of them.
Well, what's the name? But Mob James used to be in one.
Listen, I've seen them be the president. I've watched them, and I say, yo, bro, y'all got cops. They like, yeah. When we get pulled over, you know, everybody ain't got a license. Some people been drinking. We let them go talk to the cops. That made sense to me, right? Okay, cool. Y'all not out here doing nothing, but let's be realistic. On the black biker scene, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. So what happens when it's a fight?
On the black biker scene, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. Yeah. And this what you get on there and say. What was the purpose of that? Why you get on there and say that? That's the whole lot of stuff going on that scene. You see how he try to point the direction everywhere else? He want to get them under investigation too, huh? Yeah, the black biker scene? Oh, man. He ain't say nothing about other bike clubs. It's only the black biker scenes. Yeah, them right there, they got a lot going on. Make sure y'all pay attention to the black biker scenes. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button.
An assault or it's a shooting, and you have a cop, an able body, watching these things. See, I just got a friends and family badge that don't got a badge number that just helps me get out of tickets and get 50% off Chick-fil-A from time to time. Y'all running around with able-bodied, actually police officers in y'all clubs that can give a report.
Hold up. You want to deflect now. He say he just got a family and friends badge. That's it. But the biker club, they got able bodies that can give a report. You can give a report too. Yeah. A citizen can give a report too. Anybody can give a report to the officers. What are you talking about? You think that justifies what you trying to say? Man, smash that like button. You just got in the building. Hit the like button. Let's go. Smash that like button. Let's get the likes up.
Right? I mean, I didn't say nothing. I just kind of like started to fall back. because it's like a lot of times you got to move in certain spaces a certain way. And I'm telling myself, if that dude a cop and that dude a cop and that dude a cop, and we get into it with that dude, what we gonna do? Call a cop a snitch? Right? So, you know, to each his own. I mean, I've never hit it. I mean, it lit the internet up for a while. It went up.
Oh, you know, lots of people were hitting me like, yo, what's up with your man? It's like,
Well, I did cover up the brother. Because it said, but see, here goes the thing. It says police officers with an S. And I kind of hit, you know, I trolled a little bit with it. I had a little fun with it.
right, because also you're an ex-felon, right?
Yeah, bro, common sense.
And a felon cannot be a police officer.
Bro, they got prison pictures of me up everywhere. Like, common sense would tell you that. And I'm going to be real with shit. I don't know what schedule I was working. But I'm traveling on tour and doing albums, and I don't know the schedule I'm working.
Hey, listen. Come on, man. If you deep cover, you ain't got no schedule. What are you talking about? If you deep cover, you don't have a schedule. You on a mission. What are you talking about? Like, come on, man. So you supposed to have a schedule and you trying to get the inside scoop? This nigga crazy? Like, hold up.
You know, maybe I don't know what they think, but it gets to a point, Vlad, to where when people want to see you in something bad or fall, they'll create anything. But in this game, we already discussed, because you had to learn. We don't block the trolls. The trolls are our biggest game.
Right.
Our greatest game are the trolls.
Well, because I remember back in the day, there was a rumor that your ex-wife was a prison guard.
No, she was she worked probation.
Probation?
Yeah, she was a probation for like juvenile hall for about 7-8 months or some shit. She wouldn't, man, you know how women get, you know, when they say, hey, I want to go do something for myself. So I think this how it worked because I didn't really pay attention to it. I think when you come into the county as a whole, they have all these various positions open, and she chose probation. And it was crazy because she went, the funniest part about it was, I kind of think she was trying to get from under the stigma of me and my people in this game I was in. So when she went to probation, they sent her to Silmar Juvenile Hall, right? All her superiors, guess who they were? The people that used to be my staff. Right? So it all came back down to, oh yeah, we had cash and we ended up doing some things. I took Game, Big U, Blueface, and then, you know, we did some give backs, brought the kids pizza and Chuck Taylors and shoes, but she did that for 7-8 months, I believe, and then she might have went to another part of it, I don't know. Then she just stopped. But I mean, what the hell that got to do with me? Look, I got cop friends. I don't hide that.
I have cop security.
Hey, man, we all know you real suspect, man. We know this. Come on. It's a lot of different situations that you're involved with or around, but you saying you're never being questioned, though. Like, if you would have said, yeah, they questioned me and this is what happened, it would make it look a lot different. But you saying that you're never even being questioned when you're always in the middle. Aaron the plumber said he pressed the line and them people fell back. Like, hold up. We all heard you threaten this man online. You got quiet about that situation. When the man say they pushed the button, they went all the way, you got quiet about that situation. That situation, you like, hold up. Let me fall back. Come on now. And they never came and asked you anything. Now, when you wanted to say that Jay Prince was under investigation, right? Let's think about this, right? When Wack wanted to say, and he came up with the fake FBI call and all that, right? And he wanted to say Jay Prince was under investigation, his phone was tapped. The feds so-called contacted him then with the fake call, right? Now we got a real situation where you talking about unaliving somebody, their family, and you talking reckless. And they ain't come say nothing to you though. They ain't even come say nothing though. At all. Nobody wanted to have a conversation with you. Nobody wanted to find out what was going on. How did this happen? Why did it go there? And did he say something to you to provoke you? And nothing, right? Now you got the situation with Loose Cannon, where we see outside a no jumper where two people got robbed, pistol whipped, stripped, and beat. You acting like Loose Cannon is the devil, right? You saying that he's the devil in this situation, right? And you mean to tell me they didn't never come talk to you? And you said yourself now that if you witness something like this, that you got to report this. But you saying nobody's never coming to talk to you, but you always having these encounters. That there is sending a red flag off to the people though, Wack. I'm just being real. That's sending the flag off to the people. You know, the things you saying is sending the flags off. So if you sending these flags off, you got to think people going to have how they feel. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. What's popping?
What's popping, man? In Miami.
What's good with you, bro?
Man, so now they're giving out 10 badges.
They're giving out 10 clips.
Come on, man. You know how many people would have a badge if every single officer got 10 badges to give away?
It'd be flooded across the whole world.
Bro, the thing about that, when you start lying, you got to tell another one to keep up with the other one. And usually, when you lie, you forgot about the first lie that you told. You know what I'm saying? There's no consistency at all. You feel me?
Definitely.
So, the story you telling Vlad is a whole different story. Now it's a motorcycle. You never mentioned motorcycle. You feel me?
Never.
Now it's 10 badges. You never mentioned 10 badges. And now your wife is a probation officer. You never mentioned that.
Now you want to tell us these things now.
And then, if you notice, he tried to brush that off quick. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She did that shit for 8 months now. That ain't true, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's more to that. You feel me? It's a lot more to that, bro. And this dude is crazy because Vlad is trying to help him out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Vlad and him they in cahoots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Wack tried to say, oh, I trolled him a little bit. I covered up the No, you didn't cover it up because you didn't even know it was showing. I'm talking about the original video, not the one when you tried to recreate it and go get a whole nother badge. We talking about the original badge. You feel me?
The original. You
wasn't covering up nothing at that point in time because you didn't know it was fully showing like that. You feel me?
Now it showed you coming with a different angle. You tried to put this together, but it's lies.
You trying to say you trolled us. You didn't troll us, bro. We found out that you had a badge. There's no trolling that. You feel me? There's no trolling that. And another thing I want to bring up is you watched that No Jumper interview where they had that other Hoover dude up there yesterday, right?
Yeah, that we played that.
Yeah, so look, dude calls him, or he calls dude like, I'm 5 minutes away. Man, come on, bro.
In
you
the parking lot.
already there.
Yeah, he's in the parking lot.
You was in the parking lot because look, if you notice, he said he's 5 minutes away. Even if you are 5 minutes away from somewhere, you still gotta drive to 5 minutes. You still gotta park. You still gotta get let in. You still gotta walk through the building. He was already in the seat in 3 minutes. You feel me?
Listen, quick.
Like, especially if you're going somewhere you never been, you like, wait, is this it? Is it? Hold on, is this how I look? You feel me? No jumper don't got a sign out front that say no jumper. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to figure out, is this it right here? Okay. Even if you are 5 minutes away, it's going to take you about 10 minutes in total. You feel me?
He knew how to get right there, right in there, and he was in there in 3 minutes when he said I'm 5 minutes away.
He was sitting down. He was already in the podcast room, bro. Walking through no jumper, it's going to have to be somebody outside to come get you. Y'all got to walk through the building, this and this. You may say what's up to a couple people. It's going to be about 10 minutes. You feel me? You was already there, and guess what? Adam knew you was coming, because Wack, believe it or not, Wack don't got that type of pull to just tell people just pull up. It ain't like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Adam already knew. He just act like he didn't know.
And it goes back to them plays that he said he never run. That was a play right there.
Yeah.
You feel me? That was a play. He told Adam last Tuesday that this dude was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, man, he's not real, bro. It's crazy that this internet will reveal that kind of stuff when you trying to be so popular and shit that it just reveals that you just not authentic. It don't cost nothing to be authentic. You don't gotta dress fly to be authentic. You don't gotta have jewelry to be authentic. You just gotta be real. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like that, you don't have to have nothing to be real. Like, honestly, you don't have to have nothing. Just be a man of your word. You know what I'm saying? Just be authentic, bro. That's it. And the more he trying to gain this notoriety and be all this, he's revealing to us who he really is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my God. When I seen that dude pull up in 3 minutes, I had to go to the comments to make sure I wasn't tripping. The comments were saying the same shit. They like, how he get there and show me? I'm like, okay, I knew I wasn't tweaking. You feel me?
He was already there.
You just can't do that, bro. You can't get somewhere that say, even if your GPS say 5 minutes away, bro. If you've never been to this place before, you gotta look around the parking lot. It's a gate. It's all type of stuff. You feel me? They gotta go out there and get you. They gotta walk you through the building. That alone takes 5 minutes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And the reason he brought that dude up there is because the other week, the other Hoover dude came up there and was discrediting Wack. And Wack don't like to get discredited. You feel me?
Not at all.
He don't like that because there's some people who actually know him. So he tried to minimize their voice as much as possible. He tried to override their voice with somebody else's voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of his things that he do. Like, he gonna bring somebody up there to hey, look, he heard the stories that dude was telling him already before, so he tried to act like he never heard this. There's so much to that dude, bro. And I ain't gonna front, bro. You the one that really made me look at bro a certain way. I ain't gonna hold you. It's gonna be a lot of people who don't give you that credit, but I'm gonna shoot you that credit. You feel what I'm saying?
Solid.
Like straight up and down, bro. I thought dude was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he was all right. You know, even though there was a bunch of smut on his name and stuff like that, you the only one that was standing on, nah, he's not like that. You feel what I'm saying? And you not just saying it, you going into detail about it. You feel what I mean?
Facts.
So that's what got me tuned in, and I'm like, wait a second. This dude going on every single day, breaking it down, not just saying, nah, Wack a fuck me, He's just saying, hey, look, this is why I'm saying it. I ain't just saying it. So now that I see it, you can't unsee it. You feel me?
You can't unsee it no matter what he does.
You can't unsee it, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, bro, if I wouldn't have tuned in, I would have been caught up in the Matrix still thinking that he was some LA street cat. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the truth. Bro was like a juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Real talk. He was making mistakes as a kid. He ain't did no bucking as an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the fact of the matter, bro. It's just you was doing all this stuff as a child, dude. Like, You know what I mean? But that shit hilarious, bro. I hear this dude say 10 badges, man. 10 badges. And like you said, how the officer know who to issue it to if you never met the guy before? That
Come
ain't
on.
even how that works.
Don't.
You at least want to meet the dude first. And then this dude is signing off on you. He don't know what you got going on in the streets. He don't know if you know what I'm saying? He not going to just do that.
Yeah.
Just co-sign and rest of your life just because you took his daughter shopping once. And I don't believe that either. You feel what I'm saying?
Don't believe that either.
I don't believe that part either. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe you was taking her to Paris and letting her shop when you... I don't believe none of that, bro. The most is you probably did have a backyard party for them for graduation. That's it. But I don't think nobody came and presented you no badge. They're not doing that, bro. They just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And my last thing, when you go through Chick-fil-A, they not looking at your wallet. They not trained to look at your wallet. They hold out that thing. How you gonna pay? You know what I'm saying? You got cash. You got a card. They head not all in your car window looking at your wallet. You feel me?
He make it seem like that's all they do.
He make it seem like as soon as you pull up, they got their eyes on your wallet looking for that 50% off badge. That ain't how it go. You gotta present it and ask them for some type of discount. You know what I mean? Like, they don't just look at your wallet and say, oh, he got a badge in there. You give him half off. Man, that ain't how they work. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just admit that you them people. You feel what I'm saying? Just admit, man, you them folks for real. That's all you got to do. And even when you do that, we still gonna be on your helmet. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna be on your helmet.
Word.
You feel me? But yeah, that when I heard him say the 10 badges, man, I had to call in, bro. You know, usually I like to, listen in for a couple hours and stuff. But when I heard that, I didn't want to forget about that. Like, how you say they giving out 10 badges and stuff?
10 of them to somebody that doesn't even know you. Like, come on.
He don't know you, and you say he's vouching for you, saying, hey, take this, and then he try to throw it on the biker crew. That's another thing, his deflection game. You know what I'm saying? He try to blame it on somebody. Like, how you blaming it on the bikers and stuff, bro? Like, what? Like, come on, man.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Everybody knows I got one. That's not true. That's not true, because everybody was shocked.
Yeah.
Why nobody jump out of your defense talking about, nah, he been having that, man. He been having that. I've been seeing him with that for years. That ain't nothing. Nobody said. Everybody was shocked.
And then he went from 5 years to now it's 6-7 years.
He went from 10 years.
Yeah. You know when he said just now, he told Vlad it was 6-7 years.
Come on, man. It's like, bro, you lying, bro, and you can't keep up with your lies, dog. Like, that's the truth, and it's gonna take people applying this pressure every day so people don't forget. The best thing that happened to him was the 4 extras incident, because the spotlight got off of him. I'm telling you, that was the biggest thing that happened for him, because that badge was big news, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
badge wasn't no little news. Like, that was big boy news. So when that 4 extra stuff happened, he was really like, happy about it. And it's gonna take pressing every single day for people to wake up. Because like I say, that's how I woke up to it. Just seeing every day you pressing. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, nonstop, pressing. And people are like, oh man, all this content based on that ain't true. That ain't true. But at the same time, the message is gonna have to get delivered. You feel me? So, there's us people that's listening. We don't fault you for talking about that every day. The message is gonna have to get delivered. It's no different than him saying he got the work. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's no different than that. All his content revolves around having paperwork on other people. Okay, well, we got the work on you. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. We gonna reveal you.
Facts.
You feel me? But yeah, bro, that dude, he living in a world of his own, man. And I don't think that people like you putting that pressure on him. Last thing, he trying to go live now too. I don't know if you noticed that.
I see him.
I don't know. Oh my God, bro. I'm like, wait, you ain't showed your face this whole time on your own platform. You always got to go up to No Jumper and do it. Now all of a sudden, Niggas done passed 20K subscribed. Now you gotta go live yourself and try to do the same thing? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He seen the type of traction he was getting. And he
Yeah.
don't like nobody to get more attention than him. That's one of his biggest qualities. Anybody that get more attention than him, he gonna try to offset it somehow. You feel what I'm saying?
He see people paying attention, and you know, a lot of people don't try to give us the credit, but they paying attention. And like you said, it changed your outlook with the way we go in. It's like, hold up, yo, what? It's different, definitely stamping what it is.
1000%. And he's starting to notice that you got people from where he's from calling in, people all through Cali calling in. He's like, man, this stuff picking up. I got to get online now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this dude is that's all I see is that pressure is being applied to him, and he's trying to any way, shape, or form, he's trying to deflect it and get it up off him. But man, you got to keep rocking, bro. Like I'm telling you, this stuff is going global for real. It's people from all over the place tuned in. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Tuned in, man. Like, you know, people way out here, Florida, people in New York tuned in, people right in his home base tuned in. Like, this don't stop. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna stop. Just the same way he doing the exposures. Well, he got exposed too, bro. This don't stop. He got exempt. I don't know what make him feel like he exempt. He ain't exempt, though. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
He not exempt, bro. And yeah, that's me dying, man. But yeah, that's my call, man. I just wanted to say that 10 bad stuff, all that motorcycle cop talk, all that, he making it up as he go. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing about it, we gonna always have reference points of what he originally said. That's the thing about this internet. There's always playback. You feel me?
Yeah.
It ain't like me and you just having a conversation. It's internet. You could play it back and listen to what he originally said. I'm like, wait, that ain't what you said the first time. Don't match what you said the sixth time. So it's like the truth don't change. The truth, I could tell you something today, and next year in August, I can tell you the exact same thing, and it won't change if it's the truth. You feel what I'm talking about?
But the truth ain't in him.
No. He don't got no truth in his DNA. You know what I mean? There's zero truth. He don't have no truth chemical makeup in his DNA. I'm talking about he gonna say whatever to try to make himself look like he's superior and all that type of stuff. Man, come on, bro. You know what I mean? But to keep applying that pressure, bro, we watching.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Most definitely.
Yo, if you haven't already smashed the like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too, man. And share this live. You know I appreciate all of y'all. Facts. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. You in the building? Let's go. Let's get the likes up. Facts. Yeah. Y'all know we breaking it down. For sure. SBGB TV. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Hey, Biz.
What's going on? What you doing, Trees?
Hey, you calling back. I want to chime in up on that part. We still talking about what? These?
We talking about Wack. We was talking about King Pill. And
Oh, yeah, King Phil.
If you want, what was you wanted to talk about, Wack?
I know. I want to talk about, refresh me. I'm listening to everything, but refresh me.
We talking about Wack, King Pill, and we gonna talk about Cash Out getting a life sentence for pimping the women.
I don't know about no cash out, but I'm finna give you my review about everything. I don't know what is cash out. I promise you, I don't. Let me turn the fan off. I thought we were gonna do video chat because you said we supposed to be ready. I've been looking good ever since.
Okay. Well, listen, I might have to send y'all the link in a little bit.
I thought that's what we was doing, but okay. King Phil. Well, I like the fact that him and 607 Uncle was able to come to a mutual. I don't think it was a mutual agreement, but they was able to actually talk. So that let you know whatever 607 preaching It's a big factor. When I first saw him, I knew he was talking about something. But sometimes you do have to throw people. You have to throw people off just to act like you crazy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To get their attention. Remember you just saying that a couple days ago, Deezy?
Yeah.
You have to throw some things up out there. Maybe you don't want to go this route, and but to get people attention, 607 got a message. You know what I'm saying? I believe in all y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in the message. You know what I'm saying? And today about up on the Wack situation. I'm sorry. Let me talk slowly, cause I'm talking too fast. Up on the Wack. We already know Wack too far.
Definitely.
We already know that, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Chat. I apologize. I was talking too fast. Wack too far. And then, what I really wanted to address. Look, hey, what about that Gumby dude? Dude, I know don't he do drugs? I know I ain't like to talk too much, but you see how they trying to down him? I ain't with him or none of that.
I don't know about the dude's private life, but I seen him smoking bud on there, so yeah, he does something, but I don't know too
You
deep.
ain't see his lip action was acting.
I mean, I didn't look into it too much, but I know the signs. So if you saying you seen the lip action, it could be.
That's what I'm saying. So with they interviews, I don't take they interviews so serious. So I actually do think it's an act, but with that 4X and stuff, I know 4X is mad because Animal is running the content. Adam don't care. And I think with that little that dude, Loose 2.0, that we named him.
Okay.
He lining him up. He finna be Loose number 2. He lining him up. And I don't understand why he's so mad at 4Extra. And then he sent you a kite and told you he wanted to fight. He didn't want to fight. I done been in the county. A nigga send you a kite, that mean you gotta answer that kite. I don't want to be gangbanging none of that was past years. But I'm just trying to speak up on all it, because they keep on bringing up that Gumby and what's the other dude name?
Which one? The dude that he was talking about, Hawk?
Yeah, Hawk and Gumby. They keep on bringing up that. It seems like they brought up that other dude up there because they scared of 4X. They know 4X is not finna mess with them. They don't have no alliance. They trying to send that dude off. He finna be the next Loose, whatever his name. He finna be the next Loose. But they see that he went down 4X, and so they don't know. So Wack's looking like, man, I'm finna set this nigga up. What y'all got out of that? Did y'all see how Wack was looking at him when he was saying exactly like down in that guy? If you don't say exactly what Wack wants you to say, he gets the feeling you a different type of way. Did y'all see his face expression? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, we definitely seen the face expression. Wack, when he's on a mission, he definitely has a distinctive look, that is able to be identified.
And then they don't never deny they working with police. I'm from Chicago. 290 shit. I know. We got people that'll tell you, yeah, I work with police. Then you got police that'll tell you they work with some people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna put it past me. That motherfucker. They got a hot mic up there. You heard what Charles White said. I'm not gonna cuss no more. You heard what Charles White said. Cause make it make sense. They don't talk about nothing that's positive. He baiting that boy up in. He finna be the next loose cannon. That's sad. I want is loose cannon sitting up in the Fed building, sitting right here like, ooh, boy, you me.
Nah, he ain't seeing the interview, but he can't see the interview, but you know, we can. We know what it is. Yeah, he next on the chopping block.
And the joint these you can see at the you can watch those as long as you got a TV. Cause Luke said he get money. He better have a TV in the joint. He better be watching YouTube and all that.
But they don't let you get the internet like that. They give you the internet a little bit. Yeah, they give you the internet in a little bit, but they don't let you get it like, you know, where you can just go ham. You know, I know that they give some access, but they got restrictions, and they not gonna let you go all the way like that.
Ah, okay. Cause in Chicago, when we talk to them up on tablets. We FaceTime them. Y'all know about that?
Yeah, I know they got the tablets and stuff, but yeah, probably with them.
Yeah, they have their phones up and up. Cause when I was in Lincoln, Logan, Lincoln, whatever, they switched it over. But we had phones up in there. You could be texting all night long.
Okay.
I don't know how other people do that. I mean, everybody else could be asleep, but if you got enough money, you can talk, text. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yep. It's been like that for years. So that's why I'm like numb to this new stuff, like, but people taking pictures and stuff nowadays. You see that in jail? They actually got kitchen reviews. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yep, just like Charles and White said, man, the feds up there no jump. And that's all I wanted to say. He told everybody, hey, every dummy that keep on going up there, that's on them, these. You been warning them. Tried to White warning them. They don't want to listen. Let them fall off. You hear me, these? That's basically what I was calling in to say.
I appreciate you calling in, though, Treese.
All right. Thank you, these.
If you haven't already, smash the like button, hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button too. Pitbull Pat, what you talking about? You can't pull up the live. I don't know what you referring to. What live can't you pull up? You talking about somebody else's live, this live? You know, I see you in the chat, so I don't know what you mean. Yeah, if you haven't already hit the like button, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, man. You know, and share this video. You know I appreciate all y'all. Facts. Yeah, let's call Brother Rome back. See what Brother Rome was talking about. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know that crazy stuff be happening over here. SBGB TV.
Easy, what's good?
It's a live call-in show. What's popping, Brother Rome?
Hello?
SBGB TV. It's a live call-in show. What's popping?
Hello, Deezy?
Something wrong with your phone, Brother Rome? Oh, you got your phone messed up. Yeah, something going on with your phone. You know, nigga might got a Nokia. You know what I'm saying? He must got a Nokia. SBGB TV. It's a live call-in show. What's popping, Brother Rome?
Man, every time I hear the caller before Shorty, every time I hear a caller give a testimony that they've been awoken, the awakening of Wack. I'm like, damn, DZ on his grit and his grind, because you got 20,000 some subscribers, so just times that by, let's say, by 2 or 3 that now have been exposed to Wack. I'm gonna say this quick and I'm gonna get off. I remember when I was 5, like 4 or 5, I used to have the onesies on, right? The onesies, pajamas when you go to bed, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no brothers and sisters, but I used to be scared to have the closet closed because I thought there was something in there. And the door closed. I think that's Wack. Now, you can't pay the brother to call in, can you? He called in when you had 12,000 subscribers, 11.
Yeah.
So I know he see this. I know he do.
Yeah. Nah, he don't wanna call in no more because he know we gonna ask solid questions, and the people gonna be listening as they've been listening before, and we gonna keep going up. So he can't spin his narrative. So, if he could spin his narrative, yeah, damn right he would call. But he understands that the community over here doesn't believe the BS that he's pushing.
Yep. Hey, remember in training day, Jake, come out. You know I'm a surgeon with this. He know you a surgeon with this.
He know it.
He ain't trying to mess with you.
Facts.
Hey, that's all I want to say, man. I'm tuned in.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right.
If you haven't already smashed that like button, man, what's going on with y'all, man? It don't hurt you to hit the like button, man. Facts. It don't do nothing to you to smash that like button, man. But it helped the channel out. It keep us circulating in the algorithm. You know what I mean? Don't be selfish. You come in the building, hit the like button, man. Let other people see the channel too. Don't just be selfish. Spread the love. Yo, all right. Let everybody see what DZ talking about, man. Spread the love, man. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and that's a fact. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the like button as well, though. Yeah. King Pill going at Adam hard body. Yeah. He done turned it all the way up. He done turned it all the way up now because he done went to the alleged allegations. When you go to that, it's like that right there is going to overshadow what Adam is trying to say about him, because Adam ain't got no evidence. Wack ain't got no evidence about what they saying about him. It's all speculations. Now, when you go to what he's saying about Adam, it's out there looking a little different. It's looking a little different when they start allegedly saying he was messing with the young girl. Like, you was around that crew. So I think King Pill gonna continue to push the line on him. I think he gonna continue to push the line on him, and he gonna turn up with that, because we know, the people in the industry, allegedly, when they get lit, they be on some other stuff. But if you haven't already hit that like button, man, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Let's see what King Pill said here, man. Let's see what King Pill said here. Hold up. Subscribe to the channel, man, if you haven't already done so.
Adam 22 was involved with a minor while he was already an adult.
Allegedly.
All the things are resurfacing. The lady is starting to put out her side of the story, and she's seeming like she's really wanting to be heard at this point in time in her life. You know what I mean? Since Adam is this big millionaire, billionaire, gazillionaire,
Yeah, I mean, talking about I was pressing him and shit for $200. But anyway, it's allegedly he was fucking with toddlers. So,
Allegedly.
he was like in this point in time where he was like 23, and I guess he was in contact with a girl who was 15. Even itself, he admitted it himself that he talked to the girl when she was around 16 years old and she was underage and he was already grown. He said he talked to her on the phone before. You know what I mean? He said it was a little small conversation, but I think he probably was having a little sex plan. You know, he probably was having a little phone sex. Little
Allegedly.
freaky man Adam, yeah. Ugh.
Allegedly.
He's a fucking nasty.
Allegedly. This what King Pill talking about. Allegedly. All this here is allegedly. You know, I don't know it to be true, but King Pill is clapping back at Adam. You know, Adam put them bones on the man that he was, you know, messing with the LGBT, whatever, the community, you know what I'm saying? So him putting that bone on him and trying to paint the narrative that he was playing for the other side, he was batting left-handed, you know what I mean? This is his comeback. But these things, these allegations have been put out there. You know what I mean? These allegations have been put out there at one time. And yeah, they went away, you know, but they can resurface. And if the person that was alleging that this happened to them pushed the line on it, you know, something can come up out of that, you know, especially when you a public figure, you well known. We keep seeing people that these allegations get made about. If they want to push the line on you, they can do that. But then we see some of the people that these allegations get put up on, that things get swept under the rug. So, you know, it depends who it is, I guess. Make sure y'all smash that like button. If you just coming in the building, hit the like button. You know, like button ain't hurt nobody. Subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate, you know, let me see here. I appreciate, I think it says somebody became a member. I'm not sure who it was. I can't see it right here. But it says new membership up there. So I'm not sure who exactly it was. But I appreciate whoever it is that became a member. Because it says something up there, but I can't see it. You know. Yeah. But if you haven't already, you know, hit the like button. Smash that.
And show all the receipts. It's a female that's posting pictures and receipts of Adam 22 fucking with her when he was 23. And she's 15. He's on the phone. He's sending text messages.
Allegedly.
It's pictures of him and her hugged up, cuddled up. And we also had live footage from Little Pump. Little Pump has got on here and openly admitted that Adam allegedly was liking to Little Pump little girls during the tour. He was a BMXer. And I think he was trying to BMXer.
So that's what King Pill is alleging about Adam, you know, and Adam pushing the line on him, he gonna push the line back. And you know, Adam's running this smear campaign about King Pill from their fallout, and he's really going hard about it, right? You know, using Wack. You know, Wack, whenever Adam, you know, or Vlad want him to push a narrative, he gonna get out there. You know, he a do boy. He's a runner. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they tell Wack, push this, push that, because he doesn't want to mess up the relationship. You know, Wack doesn't have the ability to stand on his own and really run a foundation. He's always got to be up under one of those white men. You know what I mean? And I'm going to just keep it real. He doesn't have that ability. You know, his backing isn't strong, because if his backing was strong, he would be running the situation. And if he wanted to do business with them, he would do business with them. But his backing isn't strong because he has to do it as they say. And that's just a fact. When they are saying, this is what we gonna do, Wack is agreeing. You know, he'll get over there and with the brothers and act like he's the big dog. But when he gets around them, he turns into the puppy he is. And he sits there like this. What you want me to do? Bark. Put your paw up. Roll over. Yeah. That's what he does. Just like this. That's Wack. You know what I'm saying? But then he tries to portray as if he's so big. Big dog. No. You're a puppet, my guy. Straight up. Out of all this time, you just trying to go hard on your channel? Come on, man. Out of all this time you've been on the internet, now you're just willing to put the work in on your channel? Why you ain't been do that? You know, the people that you sitting there panting and putting your paw out and rolling over for, they went hard on their channel to get it there. But you don't have that ability. You know, you always looking for somebody to like leech on to. You always looking for somebody to, you know, use as a stepping stool. But you really don't got the ability, you know what I'm saying, to do it yourself. That's not in you. You don't have the drive for that. You know what I'm saying? The drive that you got is to use people to elevate. That's the drive. You don't have the ability to put that work in and build a foundation. That's not you. That ain't the jungle, as you would say, you come from. You don't come from that jungle. You come from the jungle of using people and manipulating people to get somewhere. You don't come from the jungle of building a foundation off of grind and hustle. That's not you. You know, and we see that. You know, it's showing us. You know, more and more as you on the internet and doing what you're doing, you showing us that's not you. You're not that type of person. You don't come from that. It's some people that it's in them to do that. That's not in you. If you haven't already smashed the like button, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button and share this live. You can tell when it's in somebody. You know, we can see what's in you. We all see it. What's in you is to manipulate and infiltrate situations to get through the game of life. That's your style, bro. You know, and it's okay. That's your style. But own up to your style. You know, own up to your style, man. That's your style. You know, yeah. But the situation, you know, that we see with King Pill, you know, holding Adam accountable. Yo, you want to come at me? I'm going to shoot back. You know what I mean? So Adam done opened that door, and he should expect that. You didn't open that door. You trying to put them allegations on the man being sweet. I don't know if the man's sweet or not, but the man clapping back like, hold up. Nigga saying I'm sweet. This is what it is. And you know, Adam don't like that Cam Capone gave him a platform to speak on. You know, somebody that has some notoriety in the YouTube space. He don't like that now. King Pill getting over there and locking in, doing interviews. You know, King Pill can be entertaining by himself. He's not the type of person that you put in the podcast setting with a whole bunch of people and, you know, everybody's talking. Nah, I see him as being entertaining when he's pushing his own situation. Whereas though, if he goes to do an interview, he can be entertaining. If he does something on his channel, he can be entertaining for the people that want to watch the brother. You know what I'm saying? But he can't handle a setting with a panel of people in the room and he has to talk about the topics that Adam sets up. I see that's not his style. And that style's not for everybody. You know, maybe he's just a star in his own right. And some people are like that they're just a star in their own right. And there's some people that need other people to get attention, to be validated, to get shine. There's different people. And you know, Adam gives different people a shot. Yeah, he does, right? But everybody's not going to fit the narrative, you know, that you're trying to put together. You know, that you're trying to, you know, portray. Everybody's not going to fit that. But I see King Pill putting this thing together. You know what I mean? And, you know me. You know how we rock over here. I ain't a hater to nobody. Somebody start saying something about SBGB TV on some hating stuff, we address it. But to see what I see, he's a one-man show. Or it might be just him and somebody else. Because when it was him and 607 on there together, it was all right. It did views. Adam didn't like that. He got a lot of exposure behind that, right? And he ain't with Adam. Nah, I ain't doing business with Adam. Nah. Both of the people that are no longer really doing business with Adam, they was on the platform together. And Cam Capone put that together cool. And let them talk, whatever it was, you know, if it was friction. But it brought the exposure. And Adam don't like that. Because Adam's the type of person that he feels if he gave you a light, it should be dim if you're not dealing with him. You shouldn't go nowhere else and get any shine because he feels like it only should exist here. You know, but what I don't see Adam doing, and I'm going to just be real, even though he's, you know, talks about 4 Extra, right? I don't see Adam running a smear campaign on 4 Extra because I really feel like Adam is scared of 4 Extra. You know what I'm saying? 4 Extra told him come to the studio Friday night. Come on through. Come through the studio. We want to holler at you. Adam said, I ain't going over there. I'm going home to my wife and kids. Made a good judgment. That was a good choice right there. I'm just being real. That was a good choice. Go ahead home. Don't go over there because the love ain't there. Because they see with you, it's all about content. And that's cool. You know, that's you. But you trying to portray a different image with certain people, you know. And I think that there, you know, rubbed 4 Extra the wrong way. And I really know he's not going to run a smear campaign on 4 Extra. I don't think Wack will either. Even though Wack will talk behind 4 Extra's back. Yeah, he'll talk behind 4 Extra's back. And you know he might throw some jabs, but I don't think he gonna run the smear campaign. Nah, not on him. Even though they'll run the smear campaign on certain people, right? But I think the energy, you know, is different. And if Wack does, he's gonna change up his movement before he does. He's not gonna run the smear campaign and move whereas though he's at no jumper like he is. He's gonna change it up. It's not gonna be, well, I'ma just, like he does other people, man, I'm here this time and date, and I don't think he's gonna do that the same, because 4 extras might crash out. The same way that he told 607 that I'll crash out and go to jail and do burpees. I think he would do that with Wack too. Even though we all know Wack is working, I think with 4 extras, he will crash out on Wack and not care. Hey, I'm gonna go to jail and do burpees. So, and I think Wack feels that energy, you know. So he'll talk behind 4 extras back. And if you see when Wack mentions 4 extras, right? You see when Wack mentions 4 extras, you gotta understand, he says certain things, but then at the same time, he says respectfully. You gotta check that out. He says certain things, but he says respectfully. So you gotta pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You gotta pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is, man. Keep the energy solid in the chat. You know what I mean? Keep the energy solid. You know what I mean? Keep the energy solid, man. You gotta understand, I'm allowing you to be in the building, man. So just keep the energy solid. And you want to like mess your whole chances up of rocking over here. I ain't even gonna lie. You want to mess it all the way up. Like, I just want you to stop coming in the chat with the beef. You know, you're a member of the channel. I'm allowing you to rock. Don't come in the channel, the chat addressing nobody. Say your piece in the chat about the topic, but don't come in here addressing nobody. And you're not understanding that yet. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would understand that. You know, you if you understand that, it'd be better. But you saying you're not going nowhere, that's a decision that I made. I'm allowing you to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm allowing you. You know what I'm saying? So just relax. Take it easy. The energy, we don't want that kind of energy over here. But definitely with Wack, we all see he picks and chooses. You feel me? He picks and chooses. And with the situation with 4 extra, he can see that this one here, dude might crash out. You know what I mean? Dude might crash out. One hand and all. Dude might crash out. So you see when he talk about him, he say respectfully, and you know, but when he's not online, straight up, when he not online, it's a different story. You know what I mean? It's a different story. You know what I mean? It's a different story when he not online. Yeah. And you know, I appreciate all y'all that rock with me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. You know what I mean? And share this live. Yeah. But just pay attention to that. Out of all the people that, you know, he wants to go at, right? He'll run the smear campaign on King Pill. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they mindful, you know what I'm saying, about 4 extras. They know 4 extras was trying to get Adam to come to the studio so he probably can allegedly put him in the chokehold. Like, yeah, man, with his other arm, with the left arm, right? I mean, with the left arm, put him in the chokehold, right? And say, yo, I don't like what you doing, right? Mike got some guys there. Yeah. But they don't, they want to be mindful. Hold up. Nah, this tree right here, that's because 4Extra displays the energy of somebody that's willing to crash out regardless if the cops get called or not. You know what I mean? 4Extra's got the energy. Like, I don't care. I'm ready to go to jail. I'm going to crash all the way out and I don't care. I'm going to jail regardless. Hey, and they know that. And I'm going to tell you, right? Certain people, that talk all that shit like Wack. When you got somebody displaying that kind of energy and you know that they can access your ass, you mindful. I'm just being real. Straight up. Because you can come up there with 10 guys. If somebody's really on that and they don't care about going to jail, you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is why Wack is real mindful with that. And I'm going to just be real. You know what I mean? Because in life, I've seen people that was on that. They don't care about going to jail. They like, man, listen, I'm ready to go. I'm going in. I'm ready to go over here and I'm going to go in. You want to play with me? So 4Extra displays that energy, man. And I'm going to just be real. He displays the energy that I'm going to crash out. I don't care. So what? And there's some people that are like that. Don't care about the things that's going on in life and elevating. That's not them. So Wack, he see that. That boy see that. And I'm waiting. And make sure I need y'all to lock in for this 607 interview that I'm dropping this week. You hear me? Make sure y'all subscribe and share the live. 607 was rapping. Y'all already know. Y'all know how your boy DZ do. You know what I'm saying? I'ma definitely ask some questions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, y'all gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all locked in, man. And make sure y'all smash the like button if you in the building tonight, man. Like button ain't hurt nobody. Like button rock with you. You hear me? Subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah. And the energy, like, come on, man. I'm trying to trying to spare you in the chat though, home girl. I'm trying to spare you. You not feeling me, man. I don't like people like that. And I won't pick the phone up for you. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say it to you on the phone, right? But homegirl, I want you to catch the drift. Like, I'm trying to get you to catch the drift. Shut up. Like, come on. I'm trying to let you chill. I want to let you rock. Let you be in the chat. But I want you to understand, right? I don't like people like that. You not understanding that. And it's just so crazy that you're not understanding it. I don't want to block you all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because you a member. But I don't like people with the personality that you have. I don't like those type of people. So you got to work on your personality in the chat. Damn. You don't have to greet everybody. You're not a moderator. Everybody doesn't rock with you. So take it easy on that, man. I wish you would get the hint. And I'm hoping you do. If you get the hint, you'll stop getting timed out. But it's like you ready to get to the point where as though I'm going to just you gonna be the only person I block. That's just, it's crazy. I done unblocked all the trolls. I unblocked every troll. You gonna be the only person I block because I don't like your energy. I feel like you really like poison to the chat. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like you're poison to the chat because the members rock with the members, but you come in with an energy that's like disruptive. You know what I'm saying? You real disruptive and it's corny. And I'm like, I'm hoping you get this understanding in this message before I push the line on you and I go ahead and I just have you as the only person that's blocked. Because I'm the person that makes the decision. I'm the reason why you haven't been blocked yet. You understand this, right? I'm the reason why you haven't been blocked. I'm the reason why they keep timing you out, because I'm hoping that you get the hint. You 50-something years old. Act like it. Stop acting like you're a teenager. And I'm hoping that you get this so you don't be the only person. I'm just hoping that you get this. And I'm trying to say it with meaning and understanding so that you can feel me. Like, all right, let me take it easy. I don't like your personality. I'm trying to tell you this. I personally do not like your personality. Like, personally. And I'm telling you this for a fact. I don't like people that act like that. So I'm hoping that you catch this drift so that you can still be in the chat. But the personality, like you coming in the chat like you running something. You don't run nothing. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be real, man. Enjoy being in the chat. I'm allowing you. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the chat. Enjoy. It's people in the chat that don't rock with you. And that's okay. But you coming in the chat, going at people, you trying to make people feel uncomfortable. This is why I make you feel uncomfortable. This is what you ain't understanding. I purposely do this because you make other people feel uncomfortable. And it's weird. Like, it's real weird. You know, you the type of person that I would never, ever conversate with in person. I just want you to understand that. So if you want to enjoy the chat, fix that, man. For you be the one person. And you know, I don't care. I'm trying to tell you. So I hope you get this, man. I hope it like sinks in. Like, okay, he's not playing. But you might not, because I see that you don't have that kind of common sense. I see it. I can tell. You don't have the common sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't have it. I see it. I understand. But maybe you might say, man, damn, I enjoyed over there because you didn't text 1,000,000 times. And FYI, you're blocked on the phone. I just want to let you know that I can't see anything when you text. I can't see when you call. I can't see anything. You're always blocked on the phone. So I always blocked you there. Damn. Enjoy the chat if you want to be in the chat. If not, it's okay. It's cool. But you keep playing. You're going to be the only person on the block list. It's going to be crazy. You're a member of the channel and going to be the only person on the block. I done let the trolls back. I done let the trolls back. And you want to be the only person on the block list, man, because you want to go at the people in the chat. Like, damn. Come on, man. That shit corny, man. I ain't even gonna lie. We don't need you to greet anybody in the chat. Say your comments about the topic. That's cool. We would love to hear your comments about the topic. Yes. Don't tell nobody what they don't do over here, and because you can't do it. You done burnt that up, man. You burnt that up, man. Word. Yeah. Like, you burnt that all the way up, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. And smash the like button. Yeah. The rapper Cash Out. Yeah, the 607 Onk is coming. You know, I'm debating, and I'm going to be honest, you know, because I rock with y'all. I'm debating if I'm going to have it all prepared for tomorrow or Wednesday. But Wednesday is the latest. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday is the latest. But I might drop it tomorrow, but then I'm thinking about dropping it Wednesday morning so that I can have it prepared, you know, and I drop it at Wednesday morning, early in the morning. That's what I'm thinking about, you know. So I might prepare it, get it all together, and have it set to drop Wednesday morning. Yeah, it was a good interview, you know, and y'all seeing this, right? You know, y'all gonna see your boy DZ at work, right? Even though I had the first interview with someone was Wack, but nobody was on the screen. You know what I'm saying? First interview was with Wack, but nobody was on the screen. And I did well for a 2-hour interview. I did well off the top of the dome. Facts. I did well off the top of the dome. A 2-hour interview. I did well off the top of the dome. And also to let y'all know about that, right? Because I never put that interview out there in a whole. It's only clips. So I am going to do this. And I'm thinking about if I should have a visual of Wack, right? I'm thinking about if I should have a visual of Wack speaking, right? While I drop the interview. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to drop that interview in its whole so that everybody that didn't hear it, that's in the making too. I got to do that. That and the Loose Cannon interview so people can hear it as a whole. Even though it was months ago, but it was about the no jumper situation. And I want to drop that whereas though it's all together. Not in clips because I got it out there in the clips. So the Wack and the Loose interview, I'm going to go back and drop it within the whole. And definitely thinking about, you know, putting Wack up there on the screen, right? And, you know, having him talk. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I appreciate all y'all that rock with me. And, you know, the people that was here for that, they know what it is. But Wack was the first interview that I did. Loose Cannon, I did the interview with him, right? And these were all off the top of the dome. Now, with Onk, you know, some of it is off the top of the dome, right? But at the same time, you know, I put it together. And, you know what I mean? First interview. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it, man. So make sure y'all get tuned in. You know what I mean? It's the first one on the screen. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna see it, man. Make sure y'all get tuned in. And you know, as I spoke before with y'all, I told y'all that we gonna be going there. You know, we gotta build the platform up because if you do an interview and you really don't got no support or followers, who gonna watch the interview? We got support and followers now. You know what I mean? We gonna put it together. And we gonna get to other people, right? We gonna get to other people. Wack can smell that we pushing our way through the door. He can't stop this. You understand what I'm saying? There is no way. The personality that I have and the drive, the determination, he knows he can't stop this. I don't care if they try to hate on me every which way. The personality, the determination, the drive is on a whole nother level in the consistency. So we can't stop this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we going to put this together, put it out there. And, you know, I appreciate all y'all. If you haven't hit the like button yet and you in the building, smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, we going up. We building. Solid. Delivering. But let's get into this cashed out dude, right? Yeah, let's talk about the cash out dude. Dude was out there pimping, right? And he's trying to justify his pimping. Literally. And he doesn't understand how goofy he sounds. Michelle. What's poppin', Michelle? Appreciate you being here. Michelle from the North Carolina mountains. You know, Michelle got a sweet voice. She always call and say, it's Michelle from the North Carolina mountains. You know, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad, you know, things is going better for you. I'm glad you know, you back in the chat. You healing up. You know what I mean? You know, we sent prayers for you over here. And, you know, I appreciate the people that support the channel, man. Yeah. But the guy, cash out. Yeah. We gonna let y'all see his statement as well. I want y'all to hear his statement, man. I gotta let y'all hear his statement, man. Dude got up there and got to talking and trying to justify his pimping. Come on now. Oh, well, they lied about this. They lied about that. Nigga, you trying to justify your pimping. Come on, man. You trying to say, man, I didn't do this, and man, I didn't do that, and man, I didn't do this, and man, I didn't do that, and nah. You can't justify your pimping, man. You was out there pimping, and things are gonna happen as a pimp, man. As a pimp, things are gonna happen, but there's no justification. It's breaking the law, man. And this dude is pimping in the late 2000s. Like, hold up. What are you doing? Come on, man. You made it seem like these people wasn't going to come see you. Like, these people wasn't going to pull up on you. And you dealing with other humans, human trafficking. Like, come on, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button too, man. You in the building, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button, man. Yeah. Real recognize real over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of y'all. You know, y'all my folks. And we gonna continue to do what we do. The grind. Non-stop. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. All that. You know. And share this live. Man, your boy DZ appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Big facts. You know what I mean? We going all the way up. Non-stop. Facts. Yes, sir. I want y'all to listen to the boy Cash Out explain his pimping. You know what I mean? Nigga explaining his pimping now. Come on now. Explaining, oh, I didn't do this, but I come on, bro. Come on, man. You had an opportunity. You had an opportunity. You know? But some people get them opportunities, they don't know what to do with them. You know, they want to resort back to the BS. You know what I mean? You're supposed to beat the streets if you made it out. But these dudes, they be chasing that, you know, that life, you know, and that life will get you. Life. Facts.
This court heard cross-examinations of each of these particular witnesses, and the court heard the jury's verdict. Today, the state asks for 2 life sentences, and they ask for 60 years. They ask for consecutive time. They ask for a very stacked, harsh penalty, a trial tax, a trial penalty. Now, sometimes courts say, well, Mr. Matthews, you know, the court can say, well, I was in the trial and I heard from these victims and I heard the evidence. And the court did. The court heard this entire trial. And I know this court to be a fair court. And I know that a sentence that is proper is one that takes into consideration all of the things that are outlined in 1710-2 and the victim impact statements combined, and the fact that my client has no prior felony convictions and the purposes of sentencing. And the court will fashion a sentence. Now, if a person is granted a life sentence, Your Honor, the statute says that that person will become eligible for parole after serving 30 years in custody. That's what the statute says. And that's what I understand the law to be. I'm not asking this court to give Mr. Gibson a life sentence in this case. I'm not asking the court to give this court, Mr. Gibson, 2 life sentences. I'm asking for concurrent time. I'm asking this court, before the trial, the recommendation was 25 years. He did not accept that because Mr. Gibson wanted his day in court, and he got that. He received his day in court, Your Honor. He wanted the constitutional right to have his 6th Amendment trial, and he received that. He received a fair trial from this honorable court. So we're asking that he receive a fair sentence as well. It doesn't stop at sentencing. The fairness continues from jury selection all the way through the end of the case. And we believe that that's what will happen this morning. We're asking this court, Your Honor. My client would like to address the court.
Okay.
So before I ask the court for what I'd like to ask the court to do, can I have my client address the court?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And y'all see right here, this is Miss Love. Right here, right behind me, this is Miss Love. You know, Miss Love, you know, she trying to redeem herself. She want to get an elbow out of something, and she got one. She got a conviction and an elbow. Check it out. Bull Ray get up there and explain his pimping. They ready? Let him get up here and explain to the world his pimping. You know, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Nigga, you was out here pimping women, brother. Like, what did you expect? You didn't think that this was serious? People get hurt along this route. Like, come on, man. Damn, 2025, you couldn't find another hustle? You had a better chance of getting out there being a scammer and being able to return to the street. They give you a life sentence for this, man. You out here pushing other people to sell their body. Straight sucker stuff.
Your Honor.
All right.
Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. I appreciate all y'all. Let's get the likes up.
Good morning today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, you know, sit there and judge someone's life, you know. And
they judged your life. You got to see that they judged your life. you put yourself in a situation and they judge your life?
You know, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment. I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, you know, show remorse to, you know, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiara Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me, or you can't do this. Every woman you seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, you know, how valuable life is, and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on. So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from, it's baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act. I've been traveling all around the world from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like, and somebody asked me this the other day, it was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you know you can be falsely accused of things, Jesus was falsely accused, a lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something, you know. So if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial. Just me getting to know you during trial, I was like, you know, she's just the judge. But when you sit 12 people in that panel and you know, have them, you know, judge our lives and, you know, put them in a position to judge our lives, you know, it takes you back to, once again, the Bible, when people had to judge these prophets' lives. And I say, if you know me, you actually know me. There's plenty of people that know me in this world. There's plenty of people that know me in this jail. There's plenty of people that know me where I'm from. Like I say, once again, I'm not perfect. I come from certain areas. I come from, you know, certain environments. I come from doing things in my past life before the music. But I'm here to tell you that if you sat in this trial and you paid attention to this trial, before these dates, no woman could ever say, I done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I can say you had these women that never had anything to say about me. Before this indictment, before the RICO, you had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 4 years, and these women are interacting with me. These women who took the stand and supposedly scared of me, or monsters, or I'm a monster, or took these proffers. This wasn't the case before they was indicted. So from my perspective, I feel like some people can get bullied into a situation that they don't really wanna do. And I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just, you know, feeling that one day the truth will come out. One day the truth will come out on my situation. One day the truth will come out on this rape allegation, that these things never happened. And when you see a person get up on that stand and put their hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that means you have to be perfect, like you're Jesus. You have to be perfect on that stand. You can't show a flaw. And that's a tough one. It's a tough one for me, because I had flaws in my life. So you have to tell the complete truth on that stand. And I got up there and see people put their hand on that Bible and not tell the complete truth. And that's baffling. But at the end of the day, I put my trust in the Most High. I put my trust in the universe to bring out the truth. To bring out the truth of these people who made these allegations. To me, it's like you have no heart. You have no heart. And I know people want me to stay in line or walk a toe, but when you speaking something truthfully and you speaking from the heart, and you know that this is not your character, something must be said. And I just wanted to address the court and give my perspective on the things that I felt during this trial, and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment. And it will show. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Matthews.
Your Honor, thank you for allowing Mr. Gibson to speak to this honorable court.
Okay. I want to say this, you know, real quick, right? His mom received a 30-year sentence, and another person with him, Teron Taylor, received 60 years. Life plus 60. The mom got 20 years for racketeering. Now, this was a RICO case as well. The mom got 20 years for racketeering and 10 years for trafficking to run concurrent. And they gave him life for the R word, right? And an additional 70 years for racketeering, trafficking, firearms, and related offenses, some to serve concurrently and some consecutively. They all got to register as S offenders, right? And this dude had a rap career, and he also caught a hammer charge in 2009 or around that time that he beat. He caught a hammer charge that he beat now, and he bragged about it in his music in Clayton County. And you gotta understand, when you beat these folks in court and then you go back and you rap and you brag about it, oh, they gonna want to get back. You better believe everybody in Young Thug's case that felt like they got off, you better believe that they are patiently waiting their turn. You better believe that. They're waiting their turn, man. You know, you gotta walk a thin line. This case was brought by the district attorney Fannie Willis, who alleged the defendants used their record label, Perez Music Group, LLC, as a front to recruit and exploit women. Prosecutors said Gibson used his celebrity status and social media platforms to lure victims, and that the crimes took place in a hotel room near Fulton Industrial Boulevard and at a residence in the Carroll Heights neighborhood. Yeah, you gotta understand, they monitoring all the social media platforms. These dudes be DMing broads, talking crazy in the DM, trying to recruit broads. And they think because they delete a message that just goes away. Nah, just because you delete a message, they don't go away. Just because you throw the phone away, it don't go away. Everything inside them phones are there. They locked in. They go nowhere. Straight up. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. What's poppin'?
Hey, what's going on, brother? What's up, baby?
What's good with your blue chick and everything, Taheed?
Well, he might finna roast because ain't that one of the lawyers from Young Thug case?
Yeah, that was one of the lawyers. Definitely.
So you don't think they gonna sock it to him while they sock it to him?
Oh, they just gave him life.
Sock it to me. Sock it to me.
Yeah, he just got life. He got life plus 70 years. His mom got 30 years. And his boy got, I think, life plus 60 years.
Well, just think how much more he would have got if he wouldn't have been able to pay for that man right there.
I mean, ain't too much more you can get, blue chicken. He got life.
hey, you, they could expedite you to the front of the line. How about that? So the mom wasn't madam. The mom was the lady that was in charge.
The mom, she was in. They included her in the racketeering because she probably played some parts. You know, she probably dealt with the business to some sort because they claimed that he used his record label. You know, he was an artist. He made music. He had the hit song, Cashing Out, that was out. And, he was known in the industry. So, they said he used his industry status, his celebrity status to lure the women. And the mom was, I guess a part of the label. And, you know how some moms, they willing like to go in with him.
Maybe like buying property and stocks and stuff, like a manager mom.
Nah, I don't think it was that. I think the mom was, probably helping to recruit the women too, allegedly. I think the mom.
That's what I was asking. I just wasn't sure. Okay, well, parents, you gotta look out for your children. Stop giving them wigs. Stop giving them fake nails. Stop taking them to the nail shop if they are under 18 years old. They don't need that. We all grow up fast enough. bills come once every 30 days. And if you have 31 days and you pay your bill on the 1st with 31 days, you are 2 days late paying your bill, because bills are calculated once every 30 days. Watch over your children, take care of them, and if you can't handle them, then get on your knees and stay there until you're strong enough to do what it is you're supposed to do. Because these babies didn't ask to be here, but we brought them here. So with that being said, brother, I was just calling in. I'm going to call back in later and stuff, but I just calling in because I'm just confused. And I know I may sound dumbfounded, but I'm just confused. If it ever really come to the point that I could not have any control over my child that's under 18 years old, then I'm going to call the state to come in and get you. Because you can't stay here, but you can't act like that. And I don't want to see you out here where you've been scooped up because you hanging with some people that you shouldn't be hanging with. And they want to go meet up with some boys who's only just a figment to get you there so you could be scooped up and be taken somewhere and human trafficking. So I'm just saying, I'm a digress, I'm a fall back, but that's one of my great concerns, you know. And it's not just the young ladies they're taking the boys too. So with that being said, parents, we all got to come together and we just make sure we know where our children at all times, and don't try to make them think like they so boisterous that they can talk they smack and ain't got to get smacked. So with that being said, all right, brother, I'm gone.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right, baby, later.
If you haven't already smashed the like button, hit that like button, man, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah. You know, it's a Gibson along with his mother, Linda Smith, Mama Cash, and his cousin. So the other guy is his cousin. Teron Taylor was found guilty last week following a 7-week trial that included emotional testimony from victims and law enforcement officials. The trio was convicted on racketeering charges, while Gibson was additionally found guilty of the R, pimping, aggravated, and the aggravated S, and 2 counts of S trafficking. He was acquitted on several other charges, including 3rd S trafficking count and some other charges, and maintaining a place of prostitution. So he was acquitted on those things. Smith was found guilty of 1 count of trafficking, and Taylor was found guilty on all counts, including the R word, aggravated S, except 1 pimping. Before announcing sentencing for the 3 defendants, the judge, Lethbridge, summed up the trial as exposing the very worst of human behavior toward all human beings, and stated that the court sentencing would reflect the severity of the defendant's actions. The sentence as follows. Yeah. So they gave Cash Out life plus 70. Gave him life for the R, 70 for the racketeering, and S trafficking, firearms and related, crushed him. You know, he said he denies that he did anything, but you know, what we hear here is him justifying his pimping, you know, justifying it, saying he didn't force nobody. They came and, come on, bro, you know, like, damn, it wasn't another line of work you could have done. You could have did something else. Straight up. It was another line of work. The mom got 20 years for racketeering and 10 years for trafficking. to run concurrent. Yeah. So the mom only gonna do 20 then. Yeah, the mom got 20, but damn. You know what I'm saying? The mom and the son and the cousin, they thought they had it all figured out. And in all actuality, they didn't have anything figured out. They was planning a jail sentence. And a lengthy one at that. You know? Guess he said he'd been down 4 years. And, you know, they went to the wall. But when you got victims, you know, and they're cooperating to the fullest extent, you got trouble. When you got victims cooperating to the fullest extent, you have trouble. Straight up. SBGB TV. It's a live call-in show. What's poppin', Miami?
Man, what's poppin', man? Yeah, I just seen that cash out stuff, man. And, you know, I don't agree with nobody dealing with no minors or nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's completely out. And I would have cleared my mama. You feel what I'm saying? I would have had to take her time. I can't imagine my mama going down for some stuff that I was off into. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they say she was involved or whatever the case may be, what's up with that immunity stuff they be giving out? You know what I mean? I would have said, give my mama some immunity. You feel what I mean?
Mama probably didn't want to snitch, you know. Mama probably, you know, she was, you know, because I'm sure, No. But
what? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would have said, I would have asked for immunity for my mom. She don't got to tell on nothing. I would have just said, I did it. She ain't got nothing to do with it. You type shit. So her, you know what I'm saying? I would have. Yeah. That's something I would have pressed for that. I would have pressed for some immunity for my mom. You know what I'm saying? Because who you supposed to call when you up the road and your mom up the road too? You know what I'm saying? Like who? That to me is like one of us got to be out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mom was definitely involved to the extent probably where she was, you know, making the women feel comfortable. You know how some of them situations, you know, they want, you know, a woman to make the women feel comfortable as well. So, yeah, I mean, as a man, you know, this line of work, I would never get involved in it, this line of stuff. But, yeah, you should want to, you know, definitely try to, you know, when it's y'all caught. But I guess they looking at like we gonna fight our way out of it. But when y'all caught, yeah, you should have told him, man, my mom ain't got nothing to do with it, man. I told her to do this. My mom ain't really know what was going on like that, man. Get her out of here. Yeah. Second off, they offered him 25 or 30 years, some stuff like that, right?
Yeah. The mom got 30, but I guess she got to do 20 because
No. I'm saying before the trial, they offered him a deal.
Yeah, they offered him a quarter, 25.
And he already been in there 4-5 already.
Yeah.
He should have took that.
Yeah, I guess he's looking at he gonna fight and try to give it back.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but when they throwing bows, when they throwing them elbows around, you kind of got to take what you can and get on. You know what I'm saying? Because by the time you appeal out, you would already did your dub. You know, because you don't do the whole 20 or 25. You feel me?
Yeah.
You do probably half, a little bit more than half. So that's about 10, 12. You already did 5. You'd have been out 7, 8 years.
Yeah, but I guess you know what came with it. You know, he had to register, so he probably like, man, I'm going all the way if I gotta admit to this.
Yeah, but registering and stuff. Yeah, I hear you. That is embarrassing.
Yeah,
but never coming home. That's a little bit more embarrassing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got the elbow.
Like, you gotta kind of you gotta take your. You know what I'm saying? Like. And then they talking about he still got to register. It's like he ain't never getting out. She said, you can't go to this address. That I'm like, now she playing with bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She telling them where he can't go and stuff. I'm like, you talking like he about to get out soon or something like that, man. It's really embarrassing. Let's talk about that when I'm closer to my release. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You telling me all this stuff now, and it's, man, but
I think they over sentenced him just on some real stuff. Even though I don't condone at all with what took place, I think they over sentenced him.
Yeah,
like,
but you know what it was? It was the RICO. That's what rocked him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, the RICO.
But the RICO.
That's what they would have did to Young Thug. Like if Young Thug would have lost, they would have gave him life.
Right.
Yeah, because the RICO and
I thought the RICO was 60.
Nah, it's life. It depends on, especially if it got homicides and stuff, and you know this kind of stuff in there. You know they saying they was you know messing with youngins and they was taking it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that don't. To me, that don't. You should never. You should never be in a position where you got to take.
Yeah.
You feel me? There's so many joints giving it out. It's just the population on the planet is too big for you to have to take from one person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should never be in that position. But they don't even give them creepy rape. You know what I'm saying? Them grape dudes. Them they don't even give them that much time. Like they be out in 5-6 years. Like
yeah.
It's weird how they do that. People like habitually do that. Like the creepy. The teacher dudes and all them kind of dudes, they be getting 5, 6, 7 years. You feel me?
Yeah, they pick and choose. You know, you definitely know that. They you know, when they come to the brothers, they gonna rock your bell.
Oh yeah, and another reason it didn't work out for him is Fonny and them just they didn't get Doug or Lucci, and them was big cases, so they couldn't go 0 for 3. You know what I'm saying?
And he's a rapper.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They couldn't go 0 for 3 on these major big boy cases. If they would have got Thug, they would have probably showed him some leniency for real. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been.
A little bit. But they got Thug out, Lucci back out. They like, now we gotta play for keeps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that messed him up too, but you can't get up there and try to explain to these folks after they found you guilty on what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got because they can't be like, you know what, he's right. We reverse that. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think his speech trying to explain that they came willingly, it's like, damn, he got up there trying to explain his pimping. Like, come on, bro, you tripping.
Yeah, you can't justify your pimping, man. You gotta understand, like, they mind is already made up. Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to talk to the judge to make her give you less time and stuff like that. That's your lawyer's job. You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of tweaked out, even though, like I said, I don't condone what he was doing, whatever the case may be. I think they over-sentenced him, maybe a 30. Everybody should have got 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some stuff like that. He learned his lesson. He still got to go do time. He still got to register. He get a 30. You know what I mean? He'd be out in 15 years. That's more than enough time.
They gave him a life plus.
They gave him life plus 70. It's like, bro, that's a lot. Like they do that to mess up your mental. You know what I'm saying? You
bury you.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
They trying to lock your mind up too. Like, they already got your body. They want your mind too now. Like, man, bro, like, I just would have had to clear moms up. That's it. That's just before trial, anything like that. I would be like, look, I'll take the deal, clear moms up. You know what I'm saying? Something to where my mom ain't affected by this stuff, because I don't think she was participating the way that they make it seem. You know what I'm saying? She was just doing for whatever her son needed to be done at the time, probably. I wasn't there, I don't know, but I'm saying your mom don't deserve to be jammed up with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that, to me, even if she had more to do with it than me, I still would tell her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, nah, let her go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It just don't sit right with me. But yeah, they did him so foul, man. And you know, that Young Thug lawyer dude that I know homegirl just said he would have got more time if he didn't have that lawyer. You can't get more time than she gave him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That life plus, anything life plus, that's the most you could get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it don't matter what lawyer he had, bro. They was looking at doing that to him the whole time, bro. And he would have needed Brian Steele up there. You feel what I'm saying? But that was sad to see, man. And I don't condone that stuff at all. But yeah, to see his mom go with him and all that, that was wild. Like, that's wild stuff, bro.
Yeah.
My last thing is, have you talked about the T Grizzly stuff yet?
I haven't. You know, I might gotta look into that because I haven't seen it all play out. I've been seeing like little parts and people saying certain things, but I haven't seen it all way come out. They haven't arrested him, have they?
He's in trial, right? Oh, wait, T Grizzly?
Yeah.
No, he's not arrested, but the suspect he's on trial, but he's fighting it from the streets, like he's bailed out.
Okay.
So but that's another one that you're gonna have to touch on soon, because that's kind of tricky, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, we don't go off speculation. That's one thing we try not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because painting the person some way with no proof, that's foul. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be that many coincidences. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when there's smoke, there's some type of fire going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something you're gonna have to touch on once it all irons out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say, bro. Because I just was like, damn, they did him so wrong on that, and his mom too, man. Oh man, they gonna be both of, and she older too, so her 30 is life too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Her 30 ain't just 30. She ain't 20. You feel me? She older than him. She's her mom. That's his mom. So she gotta be at least 18 years older than him. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that 30 that she got, that hit harder than his life. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? But that's my call.
I appreciate you calling in, bro. Yeah, man, we gonna see what's going on, because I think they all getting sentenced on here. Yeah, man. Let me see here. That was something I seen. You said, yup, DZ, but the feds wouldn't have gave him that much. That's why the feds left it where it was at. You know, the feds do that too, though. When the feds feel like they can get you, you know, you can get a longer sentence in the state, they'll kick it to the state. Man, go ahead, y'all take it. Get over there and they rock your bell in the state. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll rock your bell in the state.
So, Your Honor, I'm asking this court to measure what was offered before trial and what the court believes is fair after this trial, and that there not be a trial penalty imposed. I'm asking the court to consider a 30-year sentence with all of the charges run concurrent, with the exception of the firearm charge that has to be, under our statute, a consecutive imposition.
All right, thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you.
All right.
She's had not a single negative incident during her stay at all. Not a single write-up, not a run-in, not an argument, nothing at all. In fact, there's a...
This right here is the mom's lawyer, and we gonna hear what the mom got to say in a second.
There's a supervising officer that is in the women's location who speaks very highly of her and her involvement while in custody.
Correction, it's 1 in 37.
I'm sorry, is it 37?
Yes.
Okay, 1 in 37, my apologies.
Go ahead.
Smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button.
State,
Appreciate all y'all.
Criminal history.
Share the live.
Only other felony to speak of related to Ms. Smith is some 32 years ago, and it's in regards to a possession of marijuana charge. While she's been in custody, she's been positively engaged and working on rehabilitation. One of the things that Mr. Matthews mentioned that is expected to come out of sentencing and what the expectation is. She's already been working on her rehabilitation since she's been in custody. She has been a pod worker, which is the equivalent of a trustee. So her requirements there is that she cleans the pod, that she passes out food, that she mops floors, that she sweeps floors, that she makes sure that clothes get washed. And while that sounds to some, while it might be, I don't know, even demeaning to some, it's actually a privilege that's bestowed upon them while they're in custody, that they're able to be trusted to do these things. And she's been trusted to do these things while she's been in custody since 2022. She has participated in the New Beginnings program, is still participating in the New Beginnings program, working towards the certificate that they receive at the end of that. Through that, they participate in anger management, parenting classes, AA classes, cosmetology, all these things, regardless of whether or not these are areas that pertain to their particular arrest or pertain to something that they have personally asked for or needed, and she's walked through all of them. She's participated in everything. Since she's been in custody, she has been conducting Bible study for the past, I want to say 2.5 years, and in that she has received a certificate, and it's for the faith worth dying for, having achieved a grade of 100%. She's also participated in lessons on assurance and received a certificate for that through the Set Free Prison Ministries Rehabilitation by Regeneration program that's at the jail for her. During the time that she's been in custody, she's unfortunately lost her father. During this trial, you learned that while at the home in Johns Creek, her father lived with her. She had family that lived in the home with her, and she was a primary caregiver. Since she's been in custody, she's lost him. Her mother is 77 and is in Alabama. Her brother is just 50, and during the time that her father was severely declining, he went into a coma. He's recently come out of the coma. He requires speech therapy. He requires, I believe, occupational therapy and physical therapy, and is receiving dialysis. So naturally, her mother at 77, her brother at 50 with all these now special needs, these are folks that she would like to get back to, folks that she would like to be able to caregive for like she did for her father while he was ill before she went into custody. We attempted, Ms. Smith never wanted to be in trial. Ms. Smith never wanted to have a trial. And so there were several conversations and meetings that the state and I had, and the bottom line is that we were just far too far apart on being able to reach a negotiation that we could present to this court. So she ended up in trial, but definitely not a choice of hers. I've heard the recommendation from the state, which ultimately is the max on the 2 charges and to run them consecutively. On behalf of Ms. Smith, I would ask for something different, but I do want to allow Ms. Smith an opportunity to speak on her own behalf if Your Honor would like to hear from her. You can come over here.
Here go the mom about to speak.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'd like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Make sure to speak today.
I'm sorry. I'd like to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. Not a day Ever since I turned myself in, I was always prayerful for the victims. I take accountability. I pray for them continuously. I pray for the district attorney's office. I pray for you, Judge, because that's what God requires me to do. And that's what I truly feel in my heart, because I love God so much, and I'm so full of joy. That Friday, when the verdict came in, I wasn't angry at all. Not at all. I almost thought something was wrong with me. So that Saturday, well, the night before, let me back up. I talked to God like I always do. And he said, I must give my testimony to the young ladies in New Beginnings. And I said, Father God, I don't want to put my business out there. That's my business. But Father God said, your business is my business, and my agenda is your agenda. He said for me, which I always do, I respect authority. And Sergeant Ball was on the shift in my pod. So I had to speak to her. I was kind of afraid to speak to her. But Father God reminded me, he said, I'm by your side, do not fear. So I pressed the button and I asked, could I speak to her? Because I knew that in order to get my testimony, there's authority that I must talk to. So I went out and she asked me what was going on. And I said, Sergeant Paul, I'm asking, like, during devotion, will I be able to give my testimony? Because that's what God has said for me to do. It wasn't a choice. God doesn't give you that. He gives commandments. And I never want to be disobedient to God. She said, Miss Smith, she said, you cannot be disobedient to God. So if you give your testimony and it just saves one person, just one person, you've done what God asked you to do. So I gave my testimony to about 35 women in the New Beginnings pod with me. God was speaking through me. I give him all the praise and glory. It's not me at all. My attorney, she's been great. She's been great. And she asked me when she came Sunday to speak to me what I would like her to say. And she has done that. And I just said, give me an opportunity just to speak to the judge, just a little bit. I'm so sorry for the victims, and I pray for them and will continue to pray. Because God says, if you love me, you love others. And when I pray wholeheartedly. I didn't think I could do it in the beginning. I said, God, I don't know if I can do this. But he knew exactly what he wanted me to do. He chose me to do this. I couldn't even stop teaching the word if I wanted to. That's not even an option with me. Whatever you wish it to be, I'm okay with that. Because I will continue to spread the good news wherever I go. Because that's the path that God put me on. It's been with me for a long time. I just didn't take notice to it. I love what I do. I love spreading the good news. I love showing love to all, and I mean it wholeheartedly. I'm not angry at all. And I thank you for this opportunity. Miss Winfrey, I thank you. I thank everyone.
Thank you. I'm going to be asking that you sentence her to a period of 20 years to serve 5 with the balance on probation. The state has listed their conditions. I have no objection to the conditions that they have listed, so I ask that those conditions be the conditions that this court sentence her to. And that she be allowed to serve the balance of her 20 years on probation outside of that 5 years.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
If you haven't already smashed the like button, let's do it, man. Hit that like button. That like button ain't hurt nobody, right? And I appreciate you because it'll help send the channel around the algorithm. Yeah. Now, what I got to say about the mother. The mother, she got up here and she cried, sobbed, and talked about God, working through her to help others. The only thing, about things like this with me, because I'm like realistic, is why does it take people to get in these type of situations to say God is talking through them? When God is telling you from the door, don't do what you're doing, but you ignore that. When your life is on the line now and your life is in someone else's hands, you want to turn to God strongly. When if you would have made that decision before you made the decision that you made, you would have had a different result. And she's too damn old. Literally. She's too damn old to be, acting like she didn't know what she was doing. She knew what the hell she was into. You know what I mean? And I gotta be real. They was enjoying what they were doing. They were getting money. It was easy. They were pimping. And it didn't pay off in the end. It was a temporary high, momentarily getting money. And now it's all about God. Like that there, like that's just, my take with that. It's like when people go to that, it make me look at them different. Because why didn't you go to God before? God was telling you, don't do what you're doing. But it take for you to go to jail, to say God. And when I see this, it let me know that these type of people, if they was to let her go right now, the mind will revert back to where it was at. It's like people really want God when it's in a situation that is out of their hands. But when it's in your hands, you don't want nothing to do with God. I'm really paying attention. That's how people are. When it's in your hands and you have the ability to control it, you don't want anything to do with the Lord. But when it's out of your hands, you want to reach for the Lord. So do you really want God, or you want someone to have sympathy for you, to help save you through this situation? Or is it really about God? Or is it just about trying to make sure that
you don't get the max sentence. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you in the building, smash that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, man. And share the live. You know, I appreciate y'all. Yeah. The mom birthed that man, right? And this right here is probably going to be the last time that they see each other. Situations like this is probably going to be the last time that they see each other sitting in the courtroom being sentenced. You know, the mom, she going to get out 20 years. She ain't going to be eligible to go see him. You know, they co-defendants. So it's probably going to be the last time the mom get to see the boy. You know what I mean? Unless they win an appeal. But there's a lot of victims here. You know? And I'm sure they got a lot of Instagram messages. They got a lot of evidence. If you haven't already hit that like button, man, let's get the like button, man. Let's get that going. The like button ain't hurt nobody. If you in the building, man, you watching, man, just smash the like button one time. I appreciate y'all. And this is the cousin. The cousin's lawyer right here.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I will be brief because Mr. Matthews has said a lot of what I was going to say up here for Mr. Taylor. I would just like to add, Mr. Taylor's been incarcerated longer than everyone else. He's been in jail since this arrest for this case back in 2019. Mr. Taylor, out of this entire trial, played the smallest role, if any, in regards to this quote-unquote enterprise. And just remember that literally majority of the people that took the stand didn't even know who Mr. Taylor was. Or if they had seen him, they had seen him once, maybe somewhere over the years. As I have said throughout this trial and at the beginning, Mr. Taylor isn't similarly situated to literally every other co-defendant that's on this case. We've all been through these hearings, we've all been through the trial. I just wanted to put that out there on the record because Mr. Taylor wanted to make sure that it was known he's played the smallest role in this case, yet he's already been punished more than every other person on the indictment. Before we talk about, well, as the state said, Mr. Taylor is a recidivist, so there's not really much I can do when it comes to sentencing with the court. However, Mr. Taylor does want to address the court before we move forward.
All right. All right.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning.
My name is Tyrone Orlando Taylor.
Speak up a little louder for me, sir.
My name is Tyrone Orlando Taylor. I know my life ain't been perfect. I made a lot of mistakes in life. I know my background ugly, but not violent, like being caught with guns and robbery and murders and stuff. I know that I made a lot of mistakes by making the wrong decisions. And I learned since 2019, I've been incarcerated to make the right decision. And I learned a lot of patience. And the victims who accusing me of something that they said I did, that I didn't do, and it hurt me. Since I've been locked up, my family, I've been having folks dying on me. My son growing up, my daughter growing up. And I've been doing the best I can to get out this situation. And for the victim, Jordan Allen, I asked that she forgive me if she felt like I did any harm to her. I don't harm no one. I help people. I always have jobs that I work. I was a chef. I put pipes in the ground. I helped do create Centennial Park, the Kroger off Ponce Leon. I was working. I was doing a lot of positive things, but I had my foot sometimes in the wrong mud. So, since I've been doing time, I learned to stay positive and don't do nothing negative. Just stay positive and stay prayed up. I talk to my mama every day that's all who I call my mama, every day since I was locked up. And I talk to my son, I tell him, make the right decision. I talk to him like he's a brother. Make the right decision. And think about the consequences on the bad and the good. And I know that people judge me on my look, 'cause I got a strong face. I'm a man. I look like that. I can't help how I look. I'm not no violent person, no herder. I don't hurt nobody. And any woman who got up to understand and say I hurted them, they can't show no proof, no picture, no report that I really physically hurted them. I got a mother, I got sisters, I got nieces, I got aunties. I love women. I ain't ever committed no crime that they're accusing me that I committed. You can look at my record. In the past, I was a user. I used to use drugs, and in 2017, I was in a drug program called Stan Inks. Fulton County put me in now. And when I was in there, when I completed the program, I was with my friend Felicia. I was in a relationship with her. In 2017, 18, and 19, I got caught up with this for something that I didn't do. And I don't know how to say it, but I know that if I actually can't get another chance to prove that I'm a righteous person, I'm not violent, I'm not no threat, I'm not none of that what they saying I am. I promise you I'm not. That's all I got to say, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, thank you for giving him the opportunity to speak.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take some time with this. Should be back 10 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
10 minutes-ish.
Yeah. So they're about to sentence him, and we ready to skip to that part now. We about to skip to that part now. But pimping. They was pimping women. And it was all good. It was all good when it was all good. Everything was everything when it was all good. Everything was everything when it was all good. If you haven't already smashed the like button, hit the like button. Share this live. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. And another thing that I want to say, right? When people don't be understanding, when you in a situation in the courtroom, right? And you get found guilty, if you're gonna speak out, you might as well admit and say how sorry you are, or else don't say nothing at all. Because you got to understand that these judges do this every single day for a living. They're numb to this. You know, they might feel bad for the victim, but they don't feel bad for you. Straight up. You understand this, right? They do not feel bad for you. They feel bad for the victim. So when you get up there and act as if the victim is lying and you didn't do nothing, and they are looking at you automatically. They don't care how much you say that God came to you and that you found God, and they don't care about that. They're automatically looking at the victim. They sympathizing with the victim because you were found guilty. And they do this every day. And they see people try to manipulate the system. But people get up there not understanding that these people do this every day for a living, so they're numb to the people that are charged with the crime because they're dealing with crime every day. So they're gonna side with the victim. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, people don't understand that yet. They don't understand that. And you get up there and you get to talking, and you know, you're trying to act like you're a victim now. Oh, I didn't do it. And I mean, you got found guilty. You might as well not even speak at all. Don't speak. Don't speak. Sit there. Take what they gonna give you and appeal the decision. But when you get up there trying to speak and you saying you didn't do something, and the judge see that the case was this and they were saying this in the case and the people testified, the jury said guilty, you trying to justify, I really think it make the judge want to give you more time. Because they looking like, oh, you still didn't accept accountability, huh? Oh, you still think that you didn't do nothing? If we being real. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. Share this live. I appreciate all y'all. Let's see what the judge is going to hand out and, you know, see how the judge breaks down this sentence.
Miss Hannah, you ready? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, during the course of this trial, the court heard and viewed evidence demonstrating the very worst of human behavior toward other human beings. The jury verdict in this case reflects that the state met its burden in proving beyond a reasonable doubt that the diabolical conduct of the defendants occurred. The sentencing to be meted out by this court will be responsive to that. Mr. John Michael Hakeem Gibson, would you please stand? Okay. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement. Count 12, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 22, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 1. Count 23, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 22. Count 24, on the lesser included offense of battery, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 25, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 5 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 23. Count 26, pimping, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 27, pandering, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 28, keeping a place of prostitution, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 29, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 30, simple battery, merges into count 24, battery. Count 45, possession of prohibited items by an inmate, 5 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 25. Conditions of this sentence: no contact with any of the victims named in the indictment, to include Diamond Irvin or their families. You are to register as a sex offender. You are to stay away from 737 Alfred Road in Atlanta. You are to stay away from the Mezzo condominium, 2171 Peachtree. You are to stay away from the St. George's Commons address, and you are to stay away from the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. All right, you may be seated. All right, Ms. Smith and counsel, please stand. As to count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement. Count 37, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 10 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive to count 1. You're to have no contact with any of the victims, including Diamond Irvin, named in this indictment, or their families. You are to register as a sex offender. You are to stay away from 737 Alfred Road, the Mezzo at 2171 Peachtree Road, the address at the St. George's Commons, 9340, and the FIB, Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. You may be seated.
Okay. Well, they gave the mom a 30-piece McNugget. Yeah. Judge said consecutive. Yeah. They gave mom a 30-piece McNugget. Yeah. Yeah, man. They thought it was all good when it was all good. When they was out there, you know, blowing money fast. Man. Yeah. The judge, listen to him. Like I said, the judge listened to what they said. Oh, thank you for speaking, all that. But the judge is thinking about the victims. Straight up. The judge is literally thinking about the victims. The judge ain't caring at all about the people that's convicted. It's all about the victims.
All right, Mr. Taylor.
Smash that like button.
On count
Let's get
one,
the likes up.
violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement, to run consecutive with count 9. Count 9, rape, life in confinement. Count 11, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement, to run concurrent with count 9. Count 13, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement, to run consecutive with count 1. Count 15, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 20 years to serve in confinement, to run consecutive with count 13. Count 16, false imprisonment, 10 years to serve in confinement, to run consecutive with count 15. Count 17, pandering by compulsion, 10 years to serve in confinement, to run concurrent with count 9. Count 18, possession of cocaine, 3 years to serve in confinement, to run concurrent with count 9. Count 19, tampering with evidence, 12 months to serve in confinement, to run concurrent with count 9. Count 20, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer by use of threats or violence, 10 years to serve, to run concurrent with count 9, and a suspended fine $300. You are to have no contact with any of the victims named in the indictment, nor are you to have any contact with Diamond Irvin or any of their families. You are to stay away from the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. You are to stay away from 737 Alfred Road in Atlanta. You are to stay away from the Mezzo address at 2171 Peachtree Road and the address at the St. George's Commons, 9340. You register as a sex offender. And that is the sentence of this court. You may be seated. Mr. Gibson, Ms. Smith, and Mr. Taylor, I have to give you some post-conviction rights that you have, all right? You may remain seated while I give you these rights, okay? You need to know that you have the right to seek post-judgment relief from your convictions, the crimes, by either making a motion for a new trial in this court and or filing an appeal to a higher appellate court. If you wish to file a motion for a new trial or an appeal, then you will need to file the said motion or notice of appeal with the clerk of the Superior Court of this county within 30 days of the judgment and the jury verdict, the final disposition. You may wish to more fully discuss this with your lawyers. If a motion for new trial is made and the court denies it, you will have 30 days from the filing of the order of denial in which to file with the clerk of this court your notice of appeal. You have a right to have a lawyer represent you on the motion for new trial and the first level of direct appellate review. And if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, the court will provide you a lawyer and a transcript of your trial at no cost. With respect to felony convictions, you usually have a period of 4 years from the date that your sentence in this court becomes final to file what is known as a habeas corpus petition. On any misdemeanors, you have a period of 1 year from the date your sentence in this court becomes final to file a habeas corpus petition. All right? And with that, they may be taken back.
Dude just got sentenced to life. Mom got 30 years. Cousin got life. And he's smiling with the attorney. Yeah, he wasn't sorry about nothing. The judge seen that. And when she gave that sentence out, I guarantee you that she said, I gave out the right sentence. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Yes. Your excuse.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. What? Yeah. They just got their bell rocked. You hear me? They just got their bell rocked. And whatever they was doing out there with them women, it didn't pay off at all. It didn't pay off. You destroyed your whole life. That's all you did. You destroyed your whole life. Whatever's left of it. And Cash out in there smiling. You done got your mom life. Come on, man. You done got your mom 30. You got your mom 30 and you life. And you in there smiling. You niggas is goofy. Yeah. You telling the judge you done been around the world to Dubai, and the judge don't care about that. The judge probably never been to Dubai. You trying to tell the judge that you've been to Dubai and all that don't mean nothing. Judge might want to give you more time because she feel like you trying to flex. The brain, man. You just got a life sentence. And you laughing. Come on, man. Now you got to go back to the jail and tell everybody you've been convicted, and now you got to register. Come on now. You got to register. You're a registered offender. Yeah. It's on your jacket. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, yes, his assets seized, so he's going to have to pay to fight these charges on the pill. Yeah. Definitely. Got convicted of the RICO. So it's like they snatch your whole entire life. Your whole entire life is wiped out. That's what that RICO do. You know, that was designed to wipe anything that you accumulated out. You know what I'm saying? So the judge ain't feeling no sympathy for none of them. And you can hear what she said when she started off. She said the diabolical behavior now. Yeah. The judge sat there through the trial 7 weeks and heard the victims talk. You got to understand, the judge felt the victims when they got up there and they talked and explained they was held hostage and they was forced to do this and forced to do that and start explaining the crimes. The judge ain't feel nothing for the suspects. Nah. She already had in her mind, man, I'm going to the max. I'm not going to be lenient with none of these people because she's a woman, right? And she looking at it like, y'all did this to women. She looking at it like what it is. Y'all violated people. And y'all went all the way in. They got the RICO because they had the company. They used the company, the music company, to do what they was into. So that's why they got the RICO. You know, when you want to start a business and you think that you got power to do certain things, you know, people got to be mindful. And it's crazy that people will still not pay attention to these situations and learn from them. They still think that they can do it better. That's what's crazy about people. People will literally watch things like this happen and think they can do this better. It's like, I can do it better than them. And go right out there and do the same thing and then get caught. You know, it's crazy. You definitely can't think that you're going to run a business and then run organized crime under your business. They holding it on them jokers. You know what I'm saying? They holding it on them. They not allowing you to do it, man. You know, man, when are people gonna wake up though on that? That's what I'm wondering. When are people gonna wake up and understand that they not allowing you to do it? They're not allowing you to set up a front as a business and then run organized crime under it. Like, come on, man. It's understandable that certain people come up in certain situations. It's understandable. But when we see, nigga, you was a rapper. You had some type of light, some type of success, but obviously you made wrong decisions with your paper. You know, the image that we want to portray when we get some paper is that we can blow money fast. You know what I'm saying? That's the image. Let's blow it. Yeah, I'm at the strip club. Yeah, I'm at the Louis store. Yeah, I got a bag. And then now you got to resort back to how you can get some fast money negatively. And what happens? It's the same process. Same process. It's just different games. And dude brought his mom into this, you know. And guess what? The judge ain't had no sympathy for none of them. Nah, hell no. Mom got up there and cried a river and said she's helping the women in the prison. You know what the judge is thinking? Well, I'm going to keep you there so you can continue to help them. You know what I'm saying? This is what the judge is thinking. She ain't say it out loud, but she gave her a consecutive Diamondback, a Twinkie, and a Diamondback, right? Consecutive. Yo, I want you to stay in there so you can help women, because obviously out here you're no help to society. So if you're telling the courts that you're willing and you're able to help people in jail, well, I'm gonna leave you here, because this is where you're a benefit to the people. But I guess, you know, mom wasn't thinking like that, right? Mom wasn't thinking like that. The judge like, yeah, well, why am I going to let you back into society, right? And you don't benefit the people in society. You benefit people in jail. It doesn't benefit the judge to let you back out in the world. She trying to help the people. Well, we know people gonna always go to jail. So I'm gonna make sure you got a lengthy prison term. Lengthy. I want to make sure that you're able to help many people. If you only help one person a year, I know you help 30 people. Because if I let you back out in the world, you're going to feel like you got away with something. You're going to feel like, damn, I got away. Nah, I don't want that. I want you to help people because you expressed that you help people. You know what I mean? And if I was to explain this to the mom right now, she would understand. Like, damn, I had a bad choice of words. I got up there and said, yeah, I'm helping everybody in the jail, but on the street, all I did was hurt people. You know what I'm saying? On the street, I was out here pimping. On the street, I was out here violating the laws. Yeah, so in here, you're a model citizen. Because if you listen to the attorney, right? Make sure y'all smash that like button if you're in the building, right? If you listen to the attorney that the mom had, right? The attorney got up there and said, the mom has been in jail for 4 years and she hasn't had a write-up. Think about this. The mom been in jail for 4 years and hasn't had one write-up at all. Not one. Right? Mom been in jail for 4 years and hasn't had one write-up. Not one. But when you was on the street, you was out there pimping. You was trying to duck and dodge the law while violating the law. So if we keep you in here, you gonna help other inmates that might change, that have the ability to go in a different direction. And then you yourself is going to stay out of trouble. But they don't understand this, right? They're not paying attention to this. Why would she let you out of jail for? You're not a productive citizen. You don't want to help nobody out of jail. You want to pimp. You want to make sure that you are pimping people. Why are they going to let you out of jail? She here in jail. You're a model person. You're very productive. You have some value in jail. Why let you out? Because you don't want to be here? Come on now. Hey, man. The mom thought that speech was something. The judge wasn't buying it. The judge didn't buy none of that. Not at all. Right after the sentence got handed down, Cash Out over there smiling. You just got life. Just got life. Ain't no restart. You know what I'm saying? You got life. And the thing is, the lawyer said the life sentence, he eligible for parole after a 30-piece McNugget. But the judge put an extra 70 ball. You hear me? The judge put a additional 70 ball, right? With additional nickel pickle, right? For the hammer. Yeah. If he don't get that back on an appeal or the post-conviction relief somewhere along the line, man, he fried chicken. Yeah. Ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? Mom gonna get out in about 20-something. You know, mom gonna do about 20-something. She probably do a quarter. She might do a quarter. You know what I'm saying? 20-something. Make her way to the halfway house. Right? But damn. Mom gonna be up there. Yeah. Mom gonna be damn near in the wheelchair. Yeah. But the judge said, listen, I want to make sure you can help some people. You can't help no people out here in the world. You know, you don't have the ability to help people out here. You have the ability to help people in here. You do a good job. So I want you to be able to help people. You know, if you haven't already smashed that like button, let's do it, man. That like button ain't hurt you. The like button ain't do nothing to you. That like button ain't do nothing to you. Hit that like button, man. And subscribe to the channel. Try to send this thing around the algorithm. You already know how we rapping around here. We rapping solid. You know, we thinking logical. And it's real raw and authentic, man. Deep situation though, man. You know, deep situation. Yeah. And we gonna see, you know, in life, it's gonna be more people that think they can do it better. You know what I mean? It's just how the game go. With fast money, you know, with fast money, it's always somebody that can do it better, and nobody knows when to stop. You know, it's fast money. How you gonna give it up? Nobody wants to go back to having to struggle or, you know, live to their means because they get used to certain things. And then making people do things with their body for you to get paid. Come on, man. Yeah, it's goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Goofy shit. How I see it. Goofy shit. You know. Knowing damn well that shit gonna run out. I wonder, what did he expect though? What did he expect from pimping? What did he expect? You know? And they made an example out of all of them. Made an example. You know? Yeah. Man, you gotta pay attention. you gotta understand. You gotta understand and value your life. Can't take advantage of others' lives, man. You know. And I'm sure it was many a nights that they laughed and they had powwows, went out to dinner and talked about how they had other people doing what they was doing so that they can eat. They discussed the business. You know, it's like that with anything. You gonna discuss the business. You gonna have them moments where you want to sit down. Yeah, we getting it. We doing it. Yeah. They discussed the business, man. And now they gotta sit back and sit in that. They gotta literally sit in that every single day. That saying, the things that make you laugh or make you cry, that's what's going on with them. The same things that they laughed about, oh, they crying. Yeah. They crying. Then they'll cash out. He's sitting there, you know, he trying to hold composure. You got the elbow. When you go sit to yourself in the next few days, and you sit to yourself and really think, damn, I got life. Yeah. People start checking out. While you locked up, people is checking out. Life is ending for people. You know what I'm saying? Life is ending. Straight up. Yeah. You got that kind of time? Like, I got somebody I grew up with that got life. Everybody that took care of him growing up then damn near died. Mom getting old, but his grandparents the one that took care of him. All of them then passed away. You know what I mean? So it start registering, but it's too late. You know what I mean? So, oh man, everybody, you know, it's gonna register. He's sitting in there. He don't get it back on the appeal. Mom going, you know, get out. She going to check out. Like, come on, man. And it's like there's certain things that people put themselves in certain situations. They not even worth it. That shit wasn't worth it. Hell no. That shit ain't worth it, man. Ain't no way you can make me convinced that what they were doing was worth it. Hell no. You know, somebody called in a few days ago, I'm saying last week sometime, and said that they would go to jail for 10 million. What? Man, your freedom is priceless, man. Not going to jail for no money. You crazy? Not going to jail for no money. Your freedom is priceless. Like, damn. Now, we go through things, right? Because I did 3 years in jail before. I did time, right? But it ain't something that I'm willing to sacrifice and say I'm willing to go to jail. Nigga, you crazy? Is you crazy? Yeah, man. Some people got to learn the hard way. And some people can get a slap on the wrist and learn. You know? Some people never learn. Some people learn the hard way. Some people got to get a slap on the wrist. And I'm like, man, I ain't doing that no more. Some people you got to rock they bell. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that. Some people you got to rock they bell for them to understand. That's just how it is, man. It's life, though. Yeah.
Maybe they, their story can help some others learn from their mistakes. Say, hold on, man, I'm not pimping nothing. I'm not doing no pimping. I'm not pimping who? Pimp what? Like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, pimp what? Pimp who? Yeah, all right. Nigga, shit. You see what they did to Cash Out? His mom and his cousin? Man, they buried them. Nah, hell no. Pimp what? Y'all got that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But there gonna be some people that are gonna think that they can do it better. It's always like that, man. Some people think, man, I can do it better. Man, I got this. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said 70 years isn't just a sentence. It's a sobering reality. The gravity sets in when you realize it's not just time lost, it's life altered beyond return. It's life altered beyond return. Ain't no I can make up for that time. You know one thing that the universe understands is all we really got is the time. You know, your health. Yeah. You snatch those things, it can really rock you. You know what I mean? All this material shit that we see, that we want, that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Don't mean nothing. Nigga, put a permanent stamp on your time. Put a permanent stamp on your health. That's everything. That's everything. Yeah. Material stuff ain't nothing, man. You can have that 1 minute, go on to the next. But if you lose your time, you can never get it back. Ever. Yeah. You know, ever. Just being real, man. But these things is publicized for the world to see. And people still don't pay attention to it. People don't pay attention to it. This stuff is publicized for us all to see this. Everybody's seeing this. And people don't pay attention to it. Still go out there and think like, I'm going to do it this way. I know what they did wrong. Man, certain things like this, when I see things, it's like, man, I ain't what? Yeah, hell no. What? Shit. I'm watching how certain people are having situations dealing with women, you know, public figures. Man, I'm watching these situations and I'm making sure, like, hold up. Nah, I know now people are knowing who I am. Hold up. We on the internet. We growing. Man, shit. I ain't... What? Who? Yeah, alright. Yeah, not me. Nah, I ain't put myself in this situation. Nah. For what? You know, but certain people get absent-minded. You know, people get absent-minded, for real. And they gotta, you know, reality check. Sometimes that reality check can be a lifelong check where you gotta relive it. You know, you wake up in there like, dude I know, I grew up with, he been in jail now for 23
years. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. He been in jail for 23 of them things. You know? He mad at me. Feel like I owe him something. Right? I owe him something because of decisions, you know, he made. Right? But he been in jail for 23 of them things. And every day, you got to sit in there and think about you got life. You know? I hope he get a restart somewhere along the line. You know, I hope he can, you know, give it back. But them decisions you make, you might just got to really sit in them sometime. Yeah. It's like a record that you really don't want to hear screeching in your ears over and over again. Ain't no pressing stop on this record. Now you can go and try to play around and ignore the record like you don't hear it, but that record's still going. Yeah. If you haven't already, smash the like button, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man.